indigenous people don't see any of that money. You know who sees it? White-skinned people. That's who gets the checks.
Why?
I live
Why?
behind a barber shop. I'm not rich.
Okay. Well, I mean, why would just light-skinned people get it? I don't understand
You
that.
ask me. I don't know.
Uh,
You tell me.
because I'd have to look it up. I've seen it before because I learned about it from a guy I used to work with. His mother-in-law is part of Lenape, maybe. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Lenape. And
Mason?
she gets a stipend. She gets like $250 a month just because her ancestors were natives. There's no
Yeah.
other reason. She gets $250 a month.
I could sign up for that up here.
I know it exists. It totally exists. And it's different depending on which tribe you are and where you're located because it's based upon like the local income and stuff like that. It's just free money. And there's
Yeah,
also
I'm not.
tax. There's tax free. It's tax free.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
why there's casinos on almost every reservation in Florida because they keep all of that money because they're allowed to have like essentially their own country within our country as a we are so sorry for what our
Mhm.
ancestors did even though we did nothing to you. So we've already
Yeah.
said we're sorry a million times over for something we didn't do, and you're sitting here telling me that the country hates your culture and your traditions and your people, and it's just not true.
Yes, it is. I'm in the culture. I'm directly aware of what's going on.
Am I
Are you
allowed to
part of a
talk
tribe?
at all
Yes, I'm sorry.
tonight?
Go ahead. Yes.
Well,
Somebody wanted to say something. I'm sorry.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know if Sandy's going to let me talk. Every time I try to talk, Sandy uh, continues telling her what she sees.
Well, because I was responding to something he said, LJ. I was responding to him because he said something about me. He didn't mean to say it, but he did, and that's what I was responding to. You can go on. You can say something if you need to.
Okay, so I've looked into this quite a bit. I have a full-blooded Indian Native American in my family. I have a tiny amount of Cherokee, although I think of myself as a white person. Um, I think of myself as an anti-racist white person as much as I can be. Um, so anyway, it's not every individual, first of all. Every individual didn't kill Native Americans. Every individual isn't doing something today. What I'm going to talk about more is overarching government policy, not what individuals all did, although individuals
I'm gonna
were
go to the
involved.
store and come back.
It doesn't come
No,
down to
let her talk, Spider. I want to hear it.
every individual. So in the first place, okay, as you're saying, when the white people first came, they had a lot of agreements with the Native Americans, and they did. And usually, what was happening, it was they would keep the agreement as long as they had to, because they couldn't take all the land at one time. The overarching idea of the government, the powers that should not be, was we're going to take all this land, we're going to move the native people off, we're going to put them in prison camps, and we're going to take the land for ourselves. That's what we're going to do, but we're not going to make it look like that at first. Uh, so, for example, when they got Manhattan Island, I was taught this in school. Oh, weren't these Indians stupid? Because the white people came and offered them some jewelry and some baubles for the land, and they sold it for that. That is not what happened. The Native Americans had no concept of private land ownership. To them, land was for all people. Water was for all people. Air was for all people. Nobody had a piece of land that was just theirs permanently. And so in summer they could be together because there was abundant food, and they would grow. They farmed, and then in the winter they would split up because you couldn't farm in the winter and you had to hunt. And this made sense. And they would move their farming from place to place so they didn't wear out the land. This is very good. Uh, very good land management, and they were very intelligent people. But then the Europeans came with this conquering idea, and we're going to take the land not only for us as a nation or as a race, but then we're going to parcel it up into little pieces, and everybody will just literally own a piece of ground. So the Native Americans had no concept of this. So when they came, for instance, to Manhattan Island, and offered them jewelry and axes and different things. Their idea, you're just giving us these things to just move away for a while. We can come back at any time, but fine, you can live here for a while. That's what all of us do. We all move around to different places and live in places for a while. So that was what they thought was happening, and the white people knew it. The white people knew exactly what they were doing. They knew that the Native Americans had a different concept of the land than they did, and they took advantage of. So that's how they started getting their footholds. So at the beginning, they could just sort of buy them. Well, then, of course, the Native Americans pretty soon figured out what was going on. So then they started other things, like putting smallpox on purpose into blankets. So when they traded for the blankets, they would get smallpox. Now, this actually happened.
No, I mean, I don't believe it was on purpose. I believe that they just weren't exposed to it.
Well,
they didn't know.
Look it up. It was on purpose. They shipped these things. They put the smallpox into them in Europe and shipped them with the scabs in the blankets across the ocean to keep the disease alive, so they could infect them.
And
then some of them.
I want to say they knew about they knew about germ warfare way back when, even when they had castles. When the Black Plague and when certain people were sick, they would throw dead bodies over, knowing that it was going to infect.
Yeah, they used to catapult dead bodies into cities to infect them, right? So that's correct.
Like they knew what they were doing way back when.
They knew what they were doing. So once they couldn't do the trade thing anymore, and once they couldn't do the blanket thing anymore, okay, then they went to the agreements. Like you said, many agreements. They would hold the agreement as long as they had to, because there were too many Native Americans and too few white people in that region to kill the Native Americans or to push them off. And they would only honor the agreement up until the point when they had military superiority. And then at that point, they would always break the agreement. And they would then either push them west or outright massacre them. And scalping started as an official government thing, and it was done by white people because they were paid money for each Native American scalp that they could bring. So in the movies and in the culture, we're shown that, the Indians go around scalping white people. No, this is what the white people invented. This was the white people's idea. So people were literally paid per scalp by the U.S. government to kill the Native Americans. And then they were rounded up, and there was that march across the country. So they were they lived in Georgia, they lived in Pennsylvania, they lived in all these states. They were literally did a death march of them all out to the west, and they gave them the most barren desert land called a reservation, which is an open air prison camp. So this is where what were they going to do when they got there? They didn't know how to grow things in a desert. They were used to living in the East. So now all their plants are different. They have barren. I've been on a reservation. I spent some time on a reservation, and I couldn't stand it. It wasn't the people. It was literally the land itself was just dirt. It was dirt and rocks, not even cactuses, nothing. And I literally couldn't deal with the land itself. I had to get out of there. I was only visiting anyway, so I left when I planned to leave, but I really had to leave because I couldn't deal with the way the land is. And this was the land they were forced into. Then what they did, once they got the people into the open air prison camp, and
wait, I need to interrupt you because I don't want you to go too far off the subject about the scalping. I know that happened with the bounties, but the indigenous people did that as well. There's records.
They may have, but they didn't start it. And they did it on a much smaller scale. The white people invented it. The white people.
No, they didn't. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm reading straight from Britannica. Straight from Britannica. They don't have exact records on how much. They know it increased with the colonies. Let's just say there was scalping on both sides, but it was done more by the white people, and they were paid. Right, and it wasn't invented by them. It was there beforehand. They cite a specific tribe.
Fine. I'm sure histories don't agree. So I'm sure you have seen history that's your way. I've seen history another way.
I'm reading it right now from Britannica, though. I'm reading it from Britannica.
Okay,
I believe that Britannica says that, and it may even be true, but it's not the point. The point is that the U.S. government policy was to do this. And the other thing, the U.S. government paid the Army to wholesale slaughter all the bison, which was not even in the white people's interest. Things would have been much cheaper and easier for the white people if we could have just gone out and hunted bison instead of having the whole cattle thing where you have to march them across the country. That was way more expensive and hard to do. And we only had to do that because we were stupid enough to kill all the bison, but they had to kill the bison wholesale to starve the Native Americans. And this was government policy carried out by the government army. Here's the other thing. When they got to the prison camps, and my family was very much guilty of this. My white family taught in, quote, an Indian school. What they did, they rounded up all the children from the reservations, and they put them in this school. Now, you know, you might say, well, and at first, the Native Americans kind of went along with this. Like, yeah, we would, that's okay. Our kids can have an education. It's okay for them to know the white culture. That's all right at first, because they didn't understand what it was. When they got the children there, they were never allowed out. They couldn't go home to their families. They were a permanent prisoner. All the children kept in a literal prison, never allowed to see their parents in this prison. And my ancestors ran one of those schools. So, you know, I have strong feelings on both sides. You know, did all white people do all this stuff? No, but some of them did. You know,
right? But none.
And so I'm not saying
none alive today did.
So today, if we bring you, there's more I can say.
No one in the government, our government today, did not do that.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
No one alive today did that.
Today does. Let's talk about the government today and what the hell they do now, because it isn't really good. If you're born on a reservation, now you have this choice. If you stay on the reservation, which is this barren dirt land, and I could go into it, but the reservations themselves, the people have tried to come up with different things to make money. They came up with ranching, and the government then, and they were doing okay with that. They were making some money. They were doing okay. And then the government passed a law and said you can't ranch on the reservations. Then the reservation struck oil, and the government came in and said, you can't have that oil, it's ours. So every time the Native Americans on their barren dirt land come up with a way to support themselves, the damn government comes in and takes it away from them. And this is going on now. We're talking about, we are talking about the present day. So now they have let them keep the casinos for now, and they've let them do the tobacco trade. So right now they're allowed to do those two things. So if you're born on a reservation, you have this choice of staying on the dirt, barren land, rock land, and maybe you can do the tobacco thing or the casino thing, or you can go into the white culture and leave.
I gotta go to the store. I gotta wait.
And that's not at all a fair choice, because now you have to choose between your family and who you're used to, but where you probably can't make any money, and you're probably going to be on welfare all your life. Or if you do want to go out and kind of be in the larger culture, you're going to have to leave everything you know. It's the government policies today continue. Wounded Knee is not that long ago, and that was a white slaughter of Native Americans. Splatter was on my case last week over not being supportive enough of the Native Americans. Now I'm coming out with what I really believe, and he's like, so anyway, the policies today keep them. They're kept.
What the hell are you talking about?
And if they get that little stipend of money that you're talking about, that is a drop in the bucket compared to the issues they're dealing with. They still get unfair treatment at every turn. They still do. It hasn't.
LJ,
it really.
I believe you for some of the stuff you said. Like I said, the scalping thing is really the only thing that was incorrect. I'm not saying you're wrong with any of that. On the
scalping thing. I'm not even going to argue.
I say one thing,
and I'm not saying you're wrong about any of that. What I'm saying is, we didn't do anything.
You as an individual did not. The government is still
Well,
doing the most.
but yeah, but the
It
government
always
And
isn't
there's a
has.
us,
certain
number one.
culture. There is a certain culture that you are
And I would,
participating in that
let me
you.
finish my statement. Hold on one
Sure.
second.
I don't.
Thank you. And I would argue the reason why they're doing that is because they want the Native Americans to leave the reservation and assimilate into American culture. I'm not saying it's right. I am saying I think that's their motive. But I
They
don't think it's
want
right.
them to be powerless and penniless.
They want
That's
everyone to be
No,
always
I don't
powerless.
believe they want them to be powerless
always
and
been.
penniless. You said there's
Yes,
a choice.
it is, because
And the
no
choice
matter
is
what
to
they
leave.
do,
The
they're not
choice is to leave
necessarily. They're
and
not.
join American culture.
All I
They.
know is
I think
this is
that's what
supposed
they're
to be
trying
over,
to
and everyone's
do.
supposed to be able to
I
go
Don't they
don't
want
think it's
everyone to
right.
be powerless? So who cares? I mean,
No, they don't want
yes,
everyone. They
yes,
want to have
they do.
numbers. If they want to have people on their side. If they the more people who can think like them, the more people they can control. They want
People who
people.
are rich. Yes.
No, anyone.
I don't know. All I know is that Wounded Knee was 50 years ago. That
The,
is
That's
current
not
day, but
very
it's
long
still,
ago.
it's
there
not
That's
is
very
such
long
not.
ago,
thing
but
as the
it's still
oppressed,
not
and
our
there's.
government.
Wait, I want to say
I was
something real quick.
asking, what did our government today do to the natives? Today. The people alive and running the government today. That's what I'm asking.
They're
Okay, I just
still
want to say there is a
forced.
such thing
Like
as the oppressed, and there is a such thing as the privileged, and the privileged often don't see or feel the what's the oppressed have to go through, or
Who's the
Yeah, I
privileged?
don't buy into that. I
Who's
do
the
not buy
privileged?
into that at all. We are all privileged to be in America.
No,
If
I'm
you go
saying who.
to live in any other country, you would see it immediately.
I'm just
Even
wondering. He said the
Australia, you
privileged. So
can't
who's the
see a
privileged?
3-year-old. A 3-year-old was kicked out of school and banned for being transphobic. A 3-year-old. We have freedom of speech here that no other country has. We are all privileged to be in this country, and to hear people talk bad about the country because of things that happened in the past. But if you look at the past of other countries, ours looks golden in comparison. It
no,
just
we
makes me
don't.
sick. It makes me sick.
I
If
agree.
people don't want to be here, then don't stay here. But it doesn't make sense to me. This country has done so much for natives. I know you're saying they took this away and they took that away. But again, what other country allows another country essentially to live within their borders? Tell me
Another
what other
country.
country.
It was their country first. If I steal $1,000 from you and I give you back 10, am I? Am
wait,
I treating
but
you right?
But
but don't forget
Again,
about the harming.
That's
Don't forget
essentially
about the
what's
harming
happened.
of their relatives. You also harmed their relatives and told them to forget about that because it was in
I
the
didn't do
past.
anything. This is
he
what I'm
didn't.
trying to get through to you.
She didn't
I
do
did
anything. So
nothing of
why
the
should you
sort.
know?
The government today did nothing of the sort. Explain to me why we should be responsible for that. We did nothing. You experienced nothing. Why should
Oh,
you be paid and treated that way for something that other people experienced, not you?
it's
hundreds
going
of
on
years ago.
today. It hasn't stopped. It's still going on today. Maybe Sandy isn't aware of it, but it does go on today still. And that little stipend of money they get is not that's a drop in the bucket. It's I steal $1,000 from you and I give you 10, and then I say, oh look, we're doing
But
enough for
again,
you. We
every
never
single
do. We
country
never
on
did
this
anything for
planet
you.
was taken. Every single one
It
was
doesn't make
taken from
it
another
doesn't make us
culture.
better that we did the same thing. Does not make us
No,
better.
it doesn't. But what I'm saying is that's how life is. There's wars and countries are taken. That is how the human race
Yeah.
operates. And
Okay,
why should we pay for that? We didn't do
that's fine,
anything.
but don't say it's a democracy when you literally
It's
the
not
thing
a
was started
democracy. We
based
are a
off of.
republic. We are not a
No, you're
democracy.
an
We are a
empire.
republic.
You're an
We're an
empire.
empire. We are an empire.
I don't agree with that. I really don't agree
Sandy
with that.
believes Sandy believes the how should I put it, propaganda, the
No, I say
um
what you guys are saying is propaganda.
Yeah, I would say
yeah,
propaganda.
well, see, we're
It's a
told
hands
those
down
things. We're
propaganda.
taught that we're a republic, but we're not. We're a republic on paper. We're not a republic in
I
practice.
don't agree with that. I don't agree with
Okay,
that.
then we'll
I look at
disagree
every
with
other
you.
country that says they're free, and compared to us, they are not.
Yeah.
They're not
I
free.
could go into that subject too, but I'm not going to. Anyway, we just disagree. That's all.
Yes,
Yeah,
we fully disagree.
This is definitely a topic that needs to be addressed, or maybe one day, because I, for sure, when all this Mandela stuff was happening, I was like, "Yo, people, there's some issues that we need to talk about. There is corruption. There is all this stuff." People were like, "Yo, I don't want to talk about all this corruption. I don't want to talk about the government. I don't want to talk about anything. I just want to talk about the changes. I just want to talk
It's
about
not. It's
Mandela
well,
stuff."
yeah, because this is politics. It's not Mandela. So
Because
I
no one
Yeah,
get
cares
that. This is
about
a
politics.
Mandela
It's
channel,
irritating.
not a politics channel. Like I
yeah.
talked
I'm not
about this on
Well, that's why. I
Hebrew.
mean, I could have
Because
went to the
Hebrew
store and come
covers
back by now.
politics.
You guys still be going.
true. True. I'm not trying to talk about
But
politics, but I was saying, because literally when I was saying stuff, I was like, "Yo, the government is literally doing genetic engineering. You can't just think that everything is a Mandela effect. There's more stuff going on in reality. We need to focus on what's happening in reality and what's going on in our lives and all around us, not
right,
just
but it is
get
a
lost
Mandela effect
in
if it
this."
wasn't like that last week. You see what I'm saying? Like if it was last week, it's like last
What,
week things were one way, and then a week later it's not. That would not be something that the government did a week later, right?
I'm losing my train of thought. What was my initial? What are you responding
You're
to?
talking about genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is not going to take place in a week.
Oh, yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
point is, I just feel like when we're talking, the Mandela effect is opening up our eyes to a lot of things that we have been lied to about, and a lot of things that are happening that is very deceptive and manipulative. And I think this is one of them, like this narrative that we've been fed
No,
our
this
whole
is
lives.
no, wait. Let's be clear. I was on board with you guys until the Mandela effect. My eyes were woken up. I'm trying to tell you that I researched history when people would state facts like LJ just did. I immediately went and did the research because again, the propaganda is out there and it's on the left. It's not on the right. I mean, there is some, don't get me wrong. But what I'm trying to tell you is most of the stuff you are saying is a new history that was taught. You, not LJ. LJ gave the factual stuff except for the scalping. I looked that stuff up to verify.
I will concede the scalping to you, Sandy.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is like you stated that we came here and just genocided everybody that's here. That's not what happened. It was a war, multiple wars over time, and we won because we had guns and the natives didn't. That is just a fact, and that's how every war played out across Europe, across Asia, Africa, all of them. That's just war. That's how it works. The winners
I'm not
take it. They
disagreeing.
take
I'm
it
not
all.
disagreeing with that. But the point is, that's not. If you want to say like this nation was formed uh, based off of out of a war, that's fine. I don't mind you saying that. But if you want to say that this nation was formed based off of uh, democracy, then that's when I'm just like, what are you talking about? No one agreed to anything. Y'all literally fought and killed people in order to establish the laws
Yeah,
that you want.
I never said that. I never said. I said right now it's a
Or
republic.
a republic. Oh yeah, a
It's
republic.
been a republic since I've been alive.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was alive after Wounded Knee.
It's in
It's
the
been a republic
Declaration
the
of
whole time
Independence.
that
It
I've been
says the
alive.
Republic of the United States.
and a republic means like that the government listens to the people.
Well,
It's a
What?
republic. It's supposed to
no.
be a representative government. It's supposed to be
Okay.
that
Yeah. Yeah. I
you
don't
elect
know.
people to represent like your area, like so they're
Yeah.
state representatives. There's
Yeah. If
somebody
you
that's
believe that,
supposed
Sandy,
to
I'm sorry.
represent. They're supposed to
You're.
represent. I'm
No,
telling you what it is
the
on
last few
paper.
years we
Okay,
haven't.
this is what it is on paper.
Yeah, listen to the king.
You know you have representatives from Pennsylvania, and you have a number of them based on the Pennsylvania population. So they're supposed to represent the majority of
The
thought in
LJ Show.
Pennsylvania on
Yeah.
the vote.
Sandy, I got to go to the store. I'll be back. Okay.
I thought you were going to the store. Go ahead. I said
Oh,
it's okay.
okay.
And then each state is like that. And then there's the Senate. Each state has 2 senators, no matter their population. And it's supposed to be that they vote on things based on the thinking of the people in their state. That's
Yeah.
how it's
Yeah. Yeah.
supposed to work on
I can.
paper.
I kind of get it.
But
Uh,
I agree with you that it does not in fact work that way. Sandy, I think, still believes it does work that way.
No, I believe it is now. I don't believe it was.
For me, it hasn't changed. For me, I know a lot of facts about what goes on in the present day. It's hidden more. It's a little bit more concealed, maybe a little bit more.
No. What I'm saying is, like, it's for the people, by the people, and we elect. It's no secret. I voted for Trump. We elected Trump to do exactly what he's doing right now.
See, Sandy
everything
still believes
he's doing,
election.
we elected him for.
Right. Sandy believes in elections.
We asked.
She believes that elections are real. She believes that elections really do something. And that's okay. She can believe that. And many people do believe that. I simply don't believe that.
Well,
I think I definitely know. I believe that that's a front. I don't think that I think that it's really an empire that puts on a front of being a republic.
I do think it's possible to have a republic, but yeah, I think right now what we have is an illusion. It's a
yeah, I agree.
And I think Sandy it was when Biden was in office. I think
Sandy
it was an empire when Biden was in office.
Illusion. She believes it's a functioning. It's a truly functioning entity. That's what she believes.
Sandy, I honestly hope that you would come to understand that that what's going on here, like these plans that have been unfolding for generations, aren't going don't normally get thrown off by one puppet in a position that he's been placed in. Like mostly all of the governmental positions, or the people are put there.
I agree with you. I believe Kamala was put there. I believe Barack Obama was put there. I've seen some history going back. They all knew each other. Like when Kamala was little, she knew some of these people when she was a kid. So I do believe they are placed there. But I don't think the guy in office right now was. I think he had to fight to get there.
Trump, he's literally on one of the cards, one of the Illuminati game card, as being the president. His son's supposed to be.
Card. It's a game.
Huh.
It's a game card. Of course they're gonna put him on there. Half the country hates him.
Yeah.
You know how old that game is? That game came out in the 90s.
Okay. His family has been. His father was a multi-millionaire way back then, and he was a millionaire back then. They put millionaires on those things. He's been a public figure for decades. It's not like he just showed up as Trump in the presidential stuff. I mean, he was on TV all the time in the 80s. His father was on TV in the 70s.
Okay, I want to focus on whatever you want to talk about, because I feel like I'm losing track of. I don't want to argue, and I do feel like I don't want to try to convince anybody of anything. I do feel like I'm moving more into that in this conversation. I don't want to try to be convincing, but I do want to conversate. I do want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And
we can't do anything until Splatter gets back now. Splatter went to the store.
Okay.
So you guys could just talk about whatever. It's fine. It's just I can't show that Mandela effect because Splatter walked away. He's not even sharing anymore. So, but I will say one more thing. It's not arguing. It's that I vehemently disagree with the viewpoint. I think this is the best nation in the whole world. And I know it has a bad history, but I also know other countries do too. And we should not, the root of it is, none of us today did anything bad like that, and none of us should pay for that. Not a cent. Not a single allowance of anything. I don't think there should be anything given to anybody for things that our ancestors did, especially when they're not even my ancestors. My ancestors came here poor. They were discriminated against. made into indentured servants. Like, I'm sorry. No. Just
Okay,
no.
so what do you think about the statement the American culture is, let's say, I don't know,
It's
maybe
fantastic. It's the best in the world. That's how I feel.
really
Of
American
course, there's
culture?
bad things. There's always going to be bad things, but it is the best culture in the world. It's why everybody wants to come here and no one wants to leave.
So, and when you hear native culture, I assume you think of baby eating and like savages.
No, that's only with Columbus. And
Okay,
the,
so
one of the
what
things
is
with the
native culture?
colonists.
Because you said American culture is the best. What is native culture?
It's not, again, everyone in America is an American. I consider natives Americans. I don't,
So Native American culture, it
like, I
can.
don't consider myself an Italian because my family came from Italy in 1910. Do you understand? That's only 100 years ago. I
Okay,
don't
but
consider
I'm
myself
not asking
Italian at
about.
all.
I'm not asking about Italian culture though. I didn't ask you what is
Yeah, but I
Italian
don't even
culture.
consider it like Italian, I don't even like. There's no Italian culture in my family like that. You guys have held on to your culture as if you don't want to be American. That's why I said it's like you're a country within our country.
All I'm
You're
asking you is
saying that
what is what is a Native American culture? Because you said the that American culture is the best, and then I said, well, what about Native culture? You said from what I understand, you said
I'm
Native
saying
American
of the
culture is
countries in the
American
world.
culture.
I'm not talking about. I'm including you as American. You're part of America,
Yeah, but we have a completely different culture than American
but you're
culture.
in the country of the United States of America. I'm
I
talking about
agree.
countries.
We're not arguing. I'm not
I'm saying
arguing
the
with you
country
about
of the
that.
United States is the best of all the countries. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the countries, and you're within the country, so
I'm
you're
talking about
included.
the
The
culture.
reservations are
Do you
within
know
the
the
country.
difference? What's the difference between the country versus the culture?
There's different cultures within states, within cities. There's all sorts of different cultures at different levels. There's a culture is like how you dress, how you act, the slang you have. Culture is a lot of things: music, foods. Culture spans so much stuff at different. There's different levels of culture. You can say it for a whole group of people, like all Native Americans. You can say it for a tribe. You could say it for New England, like clam chowder. That's a cultural thing. There's all different cultures and levels of culture.
Because I know typically, if I were to ask what is American culture, the first thing I think I heard you say it was freedom. That would be a thing that people would automatically
Yes,
assume.
freedom is the most important thing to an American. It should be.
Yeah, freedom. So freedom to like what does freedom mean in a capitalistic society?
Well, it should mean number one, having the freedom of speech. It
Freedom of
also the freedom of
speech.
mobility.
Can I just say the first thing? Freedom of speech. Free to
Freedom of
speak.
speech has been hampered the past few years because of the Democratic Party literally
Free.
having contacts within Twitter. Now it's X, but when it was Twitter, the government was literally colluding with Twitter to silence people who didn't agree with the Democratic Party. It was
Well,
proven, like shown and put out in the light by what was his name? There was a guy, I forget his name, Rabisi, or I forget his last name, but he showed everything that was found. I saw it all. Our speech was limited by the Democratic Party, who you guys are siding with right now, and you're welcome to side with it. But I'm just saying,
I'm
that's where the
not siding.
propaganda comes from.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
side
but
with
what you're,
any.
but
Any. I
what
don't.
your viewpoint is on the left. Your view that the victimhood, the oppression, the all of that's not coming anywhere from the right. That's all the left, and they were the ones taking away our freedoms. They're the ones who locked us down, who forced jabs, who They're the ones who did all that. And back then, I agree with you. Trump was a puppet because he didn't know what he was doing. And that's why he's going in there blazing, doing what we want, because now he knows, because he didn't know what he was doing the first time. So I agree with you there. He was a total puppet the first time. He didn't know what he was doing. They presented Fauci to him, and he went with him. But I'm sorry. Everything bad that has come in the last 5 years has come from one side and one side only. And if you can disprove that, go for it. I just told you all the things that they did to us that took away our freedoms. Like,
Yeah,
I literally wasn't allowed
I
to see my
wanted to.
doctor and get medicine unless I wore a mask.
Okay, so I want to say when it comes to like freedom of speech, I believe when it comes to the court of law, we're not free to speak in the court of law. We are
Well, no one
ordered.
is. A
Yeah,
judge would silence
exactly.
anyone who spoke up
Yes.
when it's not their turn because that's the court of law.
Yes,
I'm talking
exactly.
about in
See,
real
so
life.
there is no, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real life. In real
You
life,
don't
we
get
don't
free
have
speech when you're in
freedoms.
the court of law. When you're in the court of
Exactly.
law,
So
they're
when does it
determining if
matter?
you're guilty or not,
So,
and a prisoner
so
does not get free speech.
exactly.
The prisoner gets
Yes,
stripped of their rights.
in the court of
And
law.
until proven,
So wait, innocent until proven guilty. It's not you're a prisoner
I
and
don't
you don't
believe,
have no.
I believe it should be that, but I know it's not that. I
Mhm.
know it's guilty until proven innocent in the court of law.
Okay, so is that American?
Unfortunately, yes. It shouldn't be, but that's the way it is.
Is that
I,
part of
I
the
agree with you that
American?
it shouldn't be like that. But
Is that a
that's what it
part
is.
of
You have
the
to prove
American?
your innocence. They don't prove your guilt. You have to prove your innocence. So I
Yeah,
agree with you on that. But that's
and
not American
court.
freedom of speech. At that point, you're considered a prisoner, no rights, blah, blah, blah. Most people are outside the court of law. And that's what we're talking about. Like right
Outside the
now,
court of
we're
law.
able to talk about this. The only reason we're able to talk about this is because Trump put things in place to restore freedom of speech to YouTube, to social media. It's the only reason why we're allowed to talk about this, or I would have silenced you from the get-go, because we would have gotten shut down. I did an entire stream for the election that is not on YouTube because at the time I could not show it.
Wait, okay, so this what you're doing right now, you remind me of a victim who is happy that they are not as
I'm not
they're
a
not
victim.
they're not
I
as
am not a
oppressed.
victim.
You're not being as oppressed as you were previously. You're saying, look, this guy isn't as oppressive. I am not
No,
being as oppressed.
I'm saying he's doing what we wanted him to do. He's acting on the will of the people. That's what I'm saying. We wanted him to do this, and he's actually doing it. This is the first president in my lifetime who's actually doing everything he said he would do.
This is
And
what
he's
like
doing it so fast, it's insane. It's
this
like
is
one
what
after the other.
okay, this is what freaks me out. Like, I don't get how we can be so like in tune and relate to so much stuff and like on the same page when it comes to reality changing and all this weird phenomenons that no one else sees. But and then the the whole political field, it's still like you're sucked
Because it's
into it.
political. Political
You're
is
still
different.
sucked
It's
into
not
it.
the
You believe it.
Mandela effect.
But I would think you would be able to see past the lies if you
And
could
I
see
would
the.
think you'd be able to see past the lies. It's something we're not going to agree on. I really believe that you are indoctrinated. I really do. And
Yes.
I would not tell you to change. I'm telling you we're not going to agree on this.
I'm not telling you to change it. I'm just saying I wish I wasn't expecting this, and I just wish that we could see on more
We
points of
do.
views
We
or
see eye to eye on the Mandela effect, and that's what the channel is about. It's not about politics. Politics is like any other satellite thing. Politics is another
a
subject.
form of control. Politics is another form of control, and if and I
You're
feel
right.
like
It's also another form of division. Correct.
Moving on. Moving on.
okay, sorry, okay, yeah, let's move on. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about something
Yeah.
else. This is like boring as hell.
I know.
Yeah,
I just can't show anything till Splatter gets back.
Although, if you want to talk about shapeshifters, apparently Native Americans know about that. So you could. That's interesting. I'd be interested in talking about that. But if it's not about shapeshifters, then no, I'm not really interested. Anyways, anyone got new Mandela facts?
The mind. Do
LJ?
you know about shape shifting?
Yes,
Is he native?
actually.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I mean, yes. I don't know how much I can say about it, to be honest. That's it. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay, damn. No one can say anything. No, that's all good. LJ?
About shapeshifters?
Yeah, do you know anything?
I don't know firsthand, but I've seen things about it. The Native Americans had something called a skinny walker, and if somebody wanted to put a curse on somebody, I don't know exactly what it was. They would put something under the steps of their house to make the skinny walker come to their house. And I'm not. I think the skinny walker might be something along the lines of a Bigfoot. Although Bigfoot's generally speaking, and I watch a lot of Bigfoot channels. I try to get to more serious ones, not creepypasta ones. The one I usually recommend is Monster 911, because it's a man that counsels people, not just Bigfoots. He counsels people that have had cryptid encounters of various kinds, but a lot of them tend to be Bigfoots. But Bigfoots in general don't mess with people unless people really mess with them. But the skinny walker thing, I don't know what the skinny walkers exactly did to the people. I don't know if they killed them or whatever. But this is something in Native American cultures. They would try to send skinny walkers against each other, and it was some kind of a creature, and it harmed them in some way. So, in other words, I'm just know this partially in secondhand.
Okay, supposedly, now that you're saying that, supposedly, whatever I know, for whatever I heard from that, yeah, it goes along the same lines. Like, you either gotta do something bad, like be a witch or do black magic, and you will be able to turn into like different animals. Yeah, that's the only one I've heard. I don't know any way other than just doing some kind of like black magic to then you get
so
some
the thing that was sent against the witches would be something that could appear as different creatures, and then what would it do to the witch?
The witch is the thing. The witch turns into the thing itself.
Witches, yes. That idea goes back thousands of years. That whole idea of witches being able to become animals, appear as foxes, appear as different things. That idea has been around a long time.
I did hear, like, I saw on Reddit someone posted that a deer turned into, it was like a golden deer or something, like leaped into the air and like turned into like a massive owl, like it was like a giant owl or something. And this was like on native land, and they were talking about that. So, but
I saw a video showing a dog turning into a man, and then vice versa.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the animal ones are like,
there's more than one thing that goes on, because there's the creature that is a dog man that some people have encountered, and then there's this other idea of a person that changes into wolf and goes back, and they will wear clothes. Like the human will wear clothes, and then people will find folded up clothes like in a tree, because when the human takes the wolf form, it takes the clothes off, and then people have found wolves with clothes on. So it's kind of two different things. The dog man is always a dog man, will always be a dog man. But then there's this other idea of people that change back and forth into wolves.
It may have been a wolf. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Of like really tall, guys that smile all the time. Like they're just smiling really creepily, and that's been reported a few times, along with like the Hat Man and just this whole smiling thing. That's pretty creepy. I've never seen anything like.
Also, the children that come to your door at night with black eyes, that thing terrifies me.
Oh, the black-eyed children.
Uh-huh. That terrifies me. I don't even want to hear about them. Splatter, can you pull that presentation up?
Oh, you have one? Okay, where's it?
The one that you had up before about the
okay.
colors.
Yeah, okay.
We lost Josh left.
Yeah, I see that.
And
Why did he leave?
Quantum left.
Did he have to leave or?
Don't know.
Where'd Quantum go?
I got hangry,
I assume
okay?
because he
I
wanted to see the
apologize.
Mandela, but
Eh?
and Quantum was here and Quantum left.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people here when I left. Yeah.
Well, we got off of Mandela, so probably a lot of people just didn't want to stay.
Well, actually, there's
yeah,
still
and I
50
was
people watching. Actually, I think they enjoyed it.
getting hangry because my store's
I
closing.
can't
There
see
was
the
a chance
chat,
of
so
getting my
I don't know
dinner
if
was
they liked it
disappearing,
or they
right?
didn't.
Ray is here now, and Jessica
Okay, they're
Kirk,
just
Kimberly
talking over
F,
me.
Ohm 3, Gadag 3R is on Rumble. Thank you for watching on Rumble. He says ancestors appearing as animals and giving guidance, not black magic or witches.
Is this it?
They're saying ancestors appear as animals to give guidance.
Okay, well,
and
yeah,
it's
that's
not black
definitely
magic.
true. That's definitely true. Yeah, animals will do that, but I mean, they were specifically just to address the guy at the comment. They were talking about skinwalkers. So, from what I heard, skinwalkers and like werewolves, that is a specific thing that can be done by using black magic. So, I do agree. Animals and God and it can't; those can be messengers. And it's not just all evil, but
Right.
yeah, specifically werewolves, skinwalkers. Yeah, I think that's more on the malevolent side of things.
What about like reptilians?
Oh, I hear it. Everybody's a reptilian, and every politician's a reptilian.
Is this the right one? I hope.
Yeah,
Josh is back. Josh is back
good.
for his presentation.
No, this wasn't the right one either.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Come here.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, here we go.
Who would have
I
thought,
gotta
hey,
say,
that was anyways.
I already took 2 cigarettes from Joey. I'm down to 1 cigarette, so
Oh, no.
I can't do this much longer. Quantum is back as well. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh, there it is.
Oh God.
Found it.
Stupid screen jump. I almost banned Quantum. That would have been horrible. Welcome back, Quantum.
Wait, Sandy, you're saying that you're not going to be on here much longer?
I only have 1 cigarette left, Jackie. I was just smoking a lot.
Someone can help you. Someone can help you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's okay.
There's a crock even. Ow.
What?
I'm looking to see. I should have a butt box somewhere.
Sandy, I didn't know you were a smoker.
Oh God, yeah.
Jesus.
Someone in the chat.
Someone donate.
It's literally.
now.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I need to. Oh, I found 3 cigarettes. Oh my God, yes. I found 3 cigarettes. Okay, listen.
Nice.
Do me a favor, Quantum, and look at the ticker right now, or help with what are those things right in front of the coffee?
Wait,
Sig,
what?
coffee. It's in my ticker. There's 3 cigarettes in my ticker.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally 3 pictures of cigarettes.
Donate to keep streams coming.
You have cigarettes in your picture?
Yeah, but
in the ticker. The ticker. The ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, 3 cigarettes, 3 coffees, and 3 donuts.
Okay. The purple bar at the bottom of the screen says, if you would also like to donate to keep the longer extra streams coming.
Oh.
And or help, here's the part, with cigarette. You see it?
Yeah, you're promoting cigarettes. Come on.
No, I'm saying I need them.
I know.
Think about her age, Quantum. The cigarettes were promoted in their time.
I know.
Yes,
Yeah, they literally have people in magazines, commercials saying, "Go and
I've
smoke."
probably been smoking longer than you've been alive, Quantum.
All right. Sorry, should have said
I was 19.
I want to mention something. I want to mention something before I forget. That made me think of it because I gave you a tip for cigarettes last night. But
yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I know cigarettes are bad for people, but you're coping with so much stuff to me, just smoke the cigarettes. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay.
I know because my
You
dad
have
was a
enough
chain
other
smoker. He
things
smoked
to
everywhere.
deal with. But anyway, we were talking in the chat last night. You probably saw it about grounding sheets.
I didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
you
wait,
didn't?
LJ, try to remember what you're saying because my earpiece is about to die. I got to switch it. Try to remember. I'll be right back.
All right.
Grounding sheets.
Yeah.
Ew, I quit smoking cigs 21 years ago.
That's good.
I smoked for 35 years.
My dad started smoking when he was like 10.
I can't stand it now. I could never go back, and I wish it would be abolished.
Smoked well, he didn't smoke in the house. I was glad about that, but I couldn't stand it.
I smoked the cheap native tobacco with the lumber in it. I had to pull a big piece of lumber here and there. Like,
it's so bad. I fucking hate the smell.
with I rolled it myself with no
Mm,
filter. I was
sounds
smoking
crap.
one afternoon. I was bad. And then, yeah,
Never done it.
I got lucky.
But back then you could smoke everywhere. It's crazy. Smoke on an airplane, I think, back then.
Oh yeah, but I remember that. Yeah,
Like what? Like a fucking airplane?
yeah. Walk around a corner store or 7-Eleven, whatever, with a cigarette in your hand, smoking inside the store. It didn't matter back then.
Yeah.
That's
Now the
wild.
new ones,
Which
vaping.
made it
It's like
funny and very good for the prank that we did on this one guy. He's asked for a cigarette out front of the store, and we had cigarettes with garlic powder in them, just in case. And he's inside the store smoking a cigarette and has garlic powder in it. It reeked.
It's like the vaping shit's just as bad.
Yeah, true.
It's like the new cigarettes.
It's worse, actually.
Yeah, that's so bad.
It's worse. The vapes, because who knows what's in the vape.
Thing is, it was originally created to help stop smoking, and now it's like something even worse, which is just ironic.
Create a whole new problem.
Okay,
My
I
dad
am
used
back.
to have it.
Guys, I'm sorry. Grounding sheets.
Yes, I'm drawing a blank, but my biggest fan in the chat, it's a lady, a girl. Anyway, we were talking back and forth about earthing, grounding sheets. There's other forms of grounding besides just sheets, but this could help you. I mean, it's not going to be a miracle cure or anything, but it might make you feel a little better. The whole principle of grounding is just being in touch with the ground itself. And what that does is sucks positive ions out of you, which is good because you're getting bombarded. That's like the electrical fields that are bombarding you, and that's building up in your body. And that has a lot of bad effects. It affects your heart rhythm. It affects your brain function. It affects your circulation. It affects your mood and many others. But those are the 4 biggies. So when you're in contact with the ground, it sucks the positive ions out and it floods your body with negative ions from the ground. Human beings were meant to walk outside on the ground, not necessarily in bare feet, but at least in leather, which with leather you're still getting the ground ion effect.
How about
and
rubber?
then you're touching things because you're gardening, you're farming. So you're touching the ground, you're touching plants. So you're naturally getting this effect. But now today we're cut off from the ground because we live up in buildings.
What about rubber though? You said leather. What about rubber?
No, rubber
prevents that effect.
Yeah.
And so our modern shoes keep us from being grounded.
Rubber blocks.
So if you're walking around in modern day shoes, you're not getting the grounding effect. So a great way to get the grounding effect, if you live in an apartment, in a city environment, etc. There's one way is grounding mats. I have grounding mats, and they're great if you're sitting in front of a computer. You have to put your bare feet on them, which you may not be able to do in an office, but you should be able to do it at home. And then all that electrical field that's coming at you out of the computer is directly going down into the grounding mat. How grounding mats work, you're plugging the wall.
When you live in bed.
Right. Well, I'll tell you. The sheets is where the bed comes in. But I'm just saying it's for the people. And this will be the same for the sheets. In America, you'll have 3 holes in your electrical outlets. There's 2 vertical holes; those conduct the electricity. Then there's that round or semi-round hole, and that one is your ground. So anything, a grounding mat or grounding sheet, they have a like a thin white cord, and they plug into that grounding hole, and that puts that mat or that sheet in direct contact with the ground, so you get the ion effect. You get the positive out and the negative in effect. So you can have
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And so you can have a mat at your feet when you're sitting, and put your bare feet on that, and you're going to get that effect, and it's going to help you, especially when you're sitting in front of a computer. But if you're in bed, you can get. I don't use the full sheets. I use the pillowcases. But you can get pillowcases. You can get half sheets. You can get full sheets. Yeah, you have to hand wash them. You have to be careful what you put on them to not mess up the little fibers that are in them. But I am sensitive to electrical fields, so I can feel the effect right away, and I can feel the effect relatively strong compared to most people. I can feel it when I go out and touch a tree. Touching trees is also grounding. I go outside. I have a chair that's wedged between 3 trees, and I put one bare foot. I put the 2 bare feet on one tree and one hand on each tree, and I really feel it. It's like, ooh, I can really feel that.
What about
Now,
flowers?
everybody can't feel it. A lot of people feel nothing, but even if you feel nothing, it is still increasing your circulation. It's still making your heart rhythm right. It's still helping your brain. And whether you can really tell or not, it's probably affecting your mood. But even if you feel nothing, you're still getting the benefits. Not everybody feels the benefits in a big way, let's say.
No, I think that's awesome that they figured out something. People like myself who
Right.
live in a city in bed who can't.
Right. They yes. Something I don't. Do you take baths or showers, or you help
Shower.
to do those things? Okay.
Shower.
What?
Yeah, I need help. I
So
have to use chair.
another way to do grounding and earthing, and this, if you use bentonite clay, then this will pull radiation out of your body. We are all over radiated. They don't even put radiation maps up anymore. I used to watch a channel that would track on maps the radiation.
Oh my God, you're right. They didn't give me one for the.
They won't post them anymore. And let me tell you a fun fact. Okay, I live not that far from 3 Mile Island, right? Where the plant blew up. Okay, so that Pittsburgh used to be a hot spot, right? There would be more radiation around Pittsburgh than almost anywhere else, especially in the United States. Well, guess what? We go into the background now. That's how bad. At least the last radiation maps that I saw a couple years ago before they took them down, Pittsburgh just disappeared into the background because the radiation overall everywhere is higher than what the hot spot used to be.
Oh my God.
So we're all being over radiated, and we're not being told about it, and we're not being told what to do about it. So there's something called bentonite clay. You can order it online. You can get it food grade, and if you get it food grade, I said to drink it in tea. You don't drink it in tea. You have to drink it as tea. You can't put something else in with it. But you can drink that as tea, and at the same time, you can make a mud out of the bentonite clay and just put it all over before your shower and just sit in the mud for a little bit. And then you can shower off, or you can soak in a bath with it. But in your case, you can only do showers. I've done both. I've done soaking baths, and I've mudded down and taken a shower. But you just leave the mud on for a while. And if you drink it at the same time, you're going to get a double radiation cleanse. They use this in Chernobyl for the general population. A lot of those people are still alive because of this. And so, but what any kind of mud bath, even if it's not bentonite clay, is earthing. So you're getting that grounding effect if you bathe yourself in clay, any kind of clay mud. You can go outside and dig up clay. I've done it. Here, if you dig down into the ground, you get green clay. Or if a tree falls over in the roots, there'll be red clay. And just for fun and giggles, I've done both of them. And I shower off after, so I'm going to be clean after I do this. And those are still grounding and earthing, and I see the difference in my skin. With the bentonite clay, your skin will go a shade lighter because it's pulled all that radiation out of you. So it's actually going to take some of your color out because it's sucked all that damage out.
Math Powerland sells that way.
What's that?
What is it?
Math Powerland, the guy that started the Modern Day Flat Earth.
Okay. So anyway, any kind of clay bath is earthing, but the bentonite clay is the one that pulls the radiation out. And you can use it internally, you can use it externally, you can use it internally. You have to get the food grade if you want to drink it. But they sell clean clay that's not food grade just for the
Wait,
bath.
you just said something. Any kind of clay is grounding?
Any kind of clay is grounding.
Oh, I have a ball of clay that, like, it's red clay that I have to keep in tight, but it's just to squeeze. It helps with the numbness that I get and the tingling in my fingers, but it's real clay.
Yeah. Yeah, you could use red clay, green clay. There's different clays online. If you start looking up, you'll see there's different kinds of clays you can get.
But I use that all the time is what I'm saying. It's to help with the numbness and the tingling in my fingers.
And you make direct contact with it when you're squeezing?
Yeah, it's in my hand.
Okay,
it's under
so
my nails.
you're getting a small earthing effect. You're getting a small grounding effect with that.
Oh, that's good.
That's but the sheets are really great. You plug them in and then you just use it. You know, it's just a pillowcase. You can get a full set of sheets, top sheet, bottom sheet, pillowcase. You have to see how since in your case I would experiment a little bit because of your particular condition. It might affect you in some strange way that's unexpected because your whole thing is a broken nervous system. So maybe try a pillowcase first, see what happens. Just to be extra cautious in case it gives you some negative effect. I mean, I'm only saying that because I don't understand your condition entirely.
Everything is overactive. Everything runs fast, even lying down.
So I don't want you to do something that's going to aggravate that. So I would say get a pillowcase, try it out for a night or two, and see if you feel worse, better, or nothing. I would say if you feel better or nothing, stick with it. But if you feel worse, then give it up. Yeah. So anyway, that's just the idea of grounding. Gardening is grounding or earthing, that they're interchangeable terms. You can do the sheets, you can do the mats, you can go out in your bare feet. You can get just plain leather moccasins with no other sole on them, and you'll be grounded when you're walking around. Yeah, so that it's beneficial to everybody. Some people will feel it in a direct way more than others, but even if you feel nothing, it is still helping you. Something else that can help, this is just a circulation, and I have this in my bed because if I don't have this, I'll get edemas. But when I've had it for years, it's a magnet pad in my bed. Mine I got from a company that only sold direct through, like you would go to a free lunch sales pitch, and that's how they did their whole marketing. But there's probably other brands. Now I do keep like a foam on top of it, which you probably would have to do because it's a little bit hard to sleep on, sort of. I mean, it is a pillow top thing, but I like a lot of softness. So I have a foam mattress under it and a thin foam on top. So I'm not getting the full effect of it because of having the thin foam, but I'm still getting a lot of the effect. It just, all it does is increases circulation.
Oh, okay.
But if you're in bed all the time, that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Or anybody else out there. If you have arthritis or you have swelling or any of that, those magnet bed pads can help.
I'd be more interested in the other one because that.
But the grounding, you could try the grounding. Yeah. It's something that's important is in your bed or anybody in their bedroom. And you wouldn't do this all the time because you live in your bedroom, but at least when you're asleep, is get the electrical fields out of your bedroom. If you can, turn your breakers off from that room because electricity is always on, even if you're not using it. The field is on.
I can't turn off the breaker. If I turn off the breaker, the alarm goes off.
Okay, not everybody can, but just don't have anything electrical on in your room. Don't have a computer on. Try not to have an electric alarm clock. Just try to get as much electricity away from yourself as possible, especially when you're sleeping, because that's so many hours of your life, plus you're resting at that point.
Oh yeah, I am in front of my devices at all times, except for when I get out of bed.
Yeah, so I would say don't have them in the bedroom when you're sleeping if that's possible.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, Quantum. You broke up. What did you say?
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is off topic, but did you look at the Disney logo, like the castle?
You just
A
went to
couple
Reddit,
times.
didn't you?
No,
You just went to Reddit.
yeah, I did. But I looked at it like
A
was
couple
it?
times. What are you
It was
looking
on.
at?
It was so just. I want to say it, but I want like people to like see if they notice anything. If
Okay,
they look
where
it
should
up.
we be looking? What area?
Just look up the logo of the Disney castle, and you'll see it.
All right, I'll look it up.
You'll notice, like, you might notice it, you might not, because it's not. But
Are
there's
we
a
looking at the
retcon.
signature, the castle? What are we
The
looking at?
castle, not the signature.
Okay, and are we looking at the current day
Hold
logo?
up. Let me see.
There's like multiple. There's the blue one. There's the white one. There's one
It's
with
like
a real
it's like the
castle in
blue
it.
background with the white castle, like that one. But I think
With
it's
the gray castle, you mean? It
Hold
shouldn't
up.
be gray.
Hold up. I mean, they're all the same, so I don't know.
Like the 2D or the 3D castle?
Not not the 3D one, the one with the drawing. Like
Okay.
That one.
So it's like a blue and white background with the
it's
lines.
Not, yeah. It could. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the drawing, and you might notice it, but like it's.
All right. There's a couple. I'm gonna go with the one with the blue one because the other one looked like ice, and I think it was from Frozen.
Yeah, it's like not
So
the digital one.
Okay, we're not talking about the 6 in Disney. We're looking at the castle.
Yeah.
I'm seeing so many different like variations of a Disney castle. I don't even know which one would be the original.
I'm looking at the blue background with the 2D castle.
Well, the thing is, it's
that looks like blinds. I don't even remember those blinds.
Thing is, there's like the version where it's like it shows you the castle, like that's like 3D, but there's like the drawing one, and they all look the same. Like none of them really look any different, except like the background of being blue or white.
The only thing that I am seeing.
Can you
like
pull it
they
up
say
or
that,
no?
like Disney's telling you that there's a firmament because it looks like a dome, but the only thing that I'm seeing, again, is that I don't remember it being blinds like that, like lines.
That's what you're noticing?
Yeah.
For me, it looks like it just looks like everyone was saying it was like how asymmetrical it looks. Like it used to look more like even. Like that's what I remember.
Sandy, can you show the?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I will send over what I am looking at the splatter right now.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
I was in the process of trying to save it. My iPad takes forever. I click on it, it turns blue, like I'm highlighting it.
Okay,
I hate
my bad.
it.
Sorry.
No, you didn't know. You couldn't see what I was doing. It's okay.
OJ, do you
no
recommend
photos or videos? Oh my god.
Do you recommend a more expensive map?
It's saying I have
like
no photos and videos.
Because like I want to get one of those grounding mats because I'm like always on the computer.
Just look up grounding mats online,
Yeah.
and there's different brands. And maybe look for ones. I don't know if the Australian outlets are different. I don't know if you need.
I'm looking at Amazon. And
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Sorry.
While Splatter shows that, I'm going to look up Walt Disney World Castle because I think that's based off of Disneyland's castle.
It's
like Walt Disney World is a little off center, but I've never been to Disneyland, so I'm going to look up Disneyland's.
The thing is, like, there is different versions of the castle. That's not what I'm saying. But like with this logo, it's just like very basic, so it's like kind of easy to remember. It's like it looks a lot different than other ones.
Okay. Sure.
So, Disneyland Castle is off center.
Why cactus?
What?
Disneyland Castle is off center.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think so.
But it's centered. But it's more centered than that drawing.
The Marvel logo also changed for me.
But I will say it's always been off center for me, but it doesn't make sense that it is because Disneyland Castle is not like that. It's not like that at all.
Yeah, and I was just like looking at it because like when they pointed it out, I was just like, it looked completely off. Because I looked at it not too long ago. It didn't look like this. Like
I'm trying to get a picture of it. Oh, that's
Are
Hong
you
Kong.
talking
What?
about the R merging with the V? I don't know. I hate Marvel, but I have seen the logo. I think the R is just too close to the
Well,
V.
all the letters are like really like merged together and looks like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that just stood out to me at first, but yeah, like the whole thing, yeah, it is too close together. Yeah, I
It's
agree.
like I remember it being like much more space, and like I know like it's not that big of a change, I know, but it's like I noticed these things, and it's just like some
Do
people
you
are
remember
like,
iRobot having a comma in the title?
iRobot.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know
really
it's like
familiar with
an
that
old.
one.
Yeah, I know it's probably, yeah, especially now. Like I don't remember it coming out in 2004, but now that that is the release date, yeah, it would have been way before your time. I mean, yeah. Anyway, no worries. Yeah, it's just crazy town. That movie's changed a lot, and now like Sony has like these spikes. Sandy, did you do a presentation on this or not? Because there's heaps there.
On what?
iRobot. There's so many like
I've
changes to
never
that
seen
movie.
this.
It's
We
crazy.
just covered the logo.
The
We just covered the
logo.
logo in a random logo residue folder.
Oh, you mean like the comma showing up and like and the movie poster having a lowercase I? Is that what you mean?
Wow, now it's telling me that I see what got the reason why I was late starting tonight is because I'm maxed out on memory again. I deleted stuff and it's telling
Oh,
me that I
yeah.
can't even save a single photo to my files because
Jessica, it's
the
not
storage is full.
apostrophe.
I never seen this movie.
iRobot, yeah, it's got Will Smith in it. It's all like
I seen the movie of I Am Legend where it was like the zombie vampires. I don't know what the hell they were.
Yeah, iRobot is definitely relevant to, especially to today's, with them pumping out, getting ready to pump out all these robots.
Well, I Am
yeah, that's
Legend.
right.
There's a second one coming out. I thought he died.
No.
Guess not.
Who? Will
In
Smith?
the movie I Am Legend, it's like the Will Smith.
Oh, he did at the end.
Yeah, he did. Now there's a second one coming out.
And there's also a second iRobot coming out with Will Smith and Elon Musk.
Yeah, like the second one with
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
I Am
Elon Musk
Legend.
is gonna
It's
I
weird.
mean iRobot, sorry.
Yeah, there's a second one with I Am Legends 2 coming
Oh,
out.
I don't know about I Am Legend.
I'm confused though. Like,
there is
did
an
he die at the
iRobot
end?
2. It's 2025. Like there's iRobot 2, and it's got Elon Musk in it. And Will
Elon
Smith.
Musk is in it. Oh my god.
No, that must
But
be
yeah,
a good
Sonny
movie.
just looks so different. Like in the old movie, like he's got like spikes now and stuff. I don't know. There's like many changes to that movie. So Sandy, when do you remember it coming out? Do you remember like 2004?
I do remember it's old. I saw it with my ex-husband.
Yeah, but I was a teenager, so anyways.
Remember that movie AI with the robot, the kid?
That was like 2006
What?
though.
That was like
What movie?
the one who played in hold on, let me look it up.
What movie?
Came out in 2001.
I think that was Robin Williams that played in AI, wasn't it?
AI? What?
AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, AI. Wasn't that about the little boy?
Yeah, the robot. His name is David. He was like he was like they were like
What the hell?
Yeah. Well, you
Oh
never
my
heard of
god. I've seen this kid. I know this kid, but I've never heard of this before in my life. That's crazy. That's so weird. Like
there was like one person, someone was talking about they remember the movie coming out a little later than 2001.
Oh really? Oh my
Yeah,
god,
like
yeah.
Someone was talking about they remember in like 2005 because they said that they were like in high school then. In 2001 they weren't, so they couldn't. That's when they seen the movie in the theater.
Interesting. Yeah, it's so crazy how many reports there are of like movie release dates like changing because it's like when you saw it officially, it's like that history is gone. Like you never even saw it that time. It's so weird.
Yeah,
there's also another movie. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like it wouldn't make sense because she said I couldn't see it in 2001 because I wasn't in high school. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
guys.
that's what I'm saying.
Splatter, I need you to go to Messenger and pull up the castle, the blue one first.
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta
And there's
stop sharing
also
this then.
Yeah, we'll
Again?
stop sharing that for now.
Again. Poor thing.
there's also a movie called Silver Linings Playbook, and
Yes.
I
That was
haven't
good.
heard
That
of
was
that one
filmed.
either.
Silver Linings Playbook was written in the bar at the corner of where I grew up, the end of my street. It was written on my
Really
street, and
interesting.
it's the diner is based around the bar. Like it
Wow.
was
Okay.
written about the bar at the corner of my street, and it was filmed right outside Philly in
Oh
Upper
my
Darby.
god. Okay. Wow, that's pretty trippy. I'll check it out. I just can't believe I'd never heard of it. I thought, I was a
It
big
was the
fan of
first
Jennifer
film.
Lawrence.
That's the first film she was in. That was her
The
debut
first
film.
one? Oh, well,
Mhm.
that might, make a bit of sense. But, I was a fan of her when, when I found out about her. Not so much anymore, but like back then. I think Hunger Games was maybe the first time or something like that. But yeah, okay. Well, I could have just missed it, I guess. But all these clips come up on.
Wait 1 second. Bomber, what video? Bomber saying we haven't had any video showing here. There's no video? Did they take us down?
Huh?
I'm watching it. No, I'm watching. Bomber, I see it. I'm watching
What
it on
video?
YouTube right now. So it's an issue. Bomber, you're having an issue.
How is he able to even make the comment?
No, Bomber's not getting video. We just see your icons. What? I'm literally watching it on YouTube and I see everything. Like on my phone. I'm on my phone on YouTube and I see it. I don't see any video. What?
There's no
I'll
video
try
playing. That's why.
Let me try changing the video. I don't know. I can see it just fine.
That's weird.
How about this? Do you guys see this? Now it went black. There we go.
Yeah.
Do you guys see snow?
That's all I see.
No, I'm asking them if they see it.
Oh,
I see it on my screen on my phone.
No, yeah.
I see it.
No, outside the window, yeah.
But
Yeah.
you guys are in StreamYard, so I want to know it. I'm on my phone in YouTube and I see it.
No, I'm talking about. I'm watching it on my other computer. Remember, Sandy? I got two of them. So yeah, the other one I can see it on over there.
Yeah, I see it on
Jessica
YouTube too.
Jessica sees snow. Why
Yeah.
are some of them not seeing it? Philo's not.
I'm
Tiny
seeing
Squish
it.
isn't. Bomber's
It's a
not.
Mandela effect in
That's what I was
real
about to
time.
say.
I want this one. I actually
Mandela effect.
I like posted a comment on
Oh,
any of
guys,
What?
sorry.
What?
They thought that Splatter was showing a video. No, not yet. Nothing's on the screen yet.
You're asking us if we're seeing the snowfall background? Is that what you're asking?
No, they thought that Splatter was presenting a video.
No, there's been no videos for a while.
No,
What
we
are
have
you
not
asking
presented
us?
anything.
What are you asking us if we see?
No, I already figured out they can see it. They can see the background. They thought
Yeah,
that
there's a
Splatter
snow
was
background.
presenting a video and
Oh.
was not. He wasn't.
Oh.
He was just sitting here talking.
I had the presentation up for a long time, but yeah.
Yeah, we just didn't show it.
Yeah, now I got Walt Disney on the screen here.
All right, they're laughing now. They get it. They're good. All right, yes, we're going to be showing the Disney logo. And here's the thing, guys. If you measured, this might be an optical illusion. If you measure, that archway is dead center of the graphic. The thing that's off center is the tower.
Yeah.
But go to the next slide, the next image Splatter.
Okay, shall I get now? Okay.
Yeah, the tower is off center.
Yeah.
So it's an accurate representation. But when it comes to the actual castle, the tunnel is centered. So it's centered in the graphic, but it shouldn't be. It should be centered a little bit left.
It didn't look like anything like this for me. Not at all.
I believe you.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, that looks. When you look at it like this, yeah, it should be
It
like
looks
in the
weird.
middle. It's over
Mhm.
to the right. Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
like, if it was always, I mean, I know it's how it works now. It's always been that way. But if it, for me, like, I would have noticed it, and like, there would be nothing to think about or even talk about at all.
This is during Christmas, I would think. Looks like a bunch of Christmas decorations on
It
it.
didn't look like it's weird. This is the castle.
This is Disneyland,
There's no way.
not Disney World. Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Sandy, I just
Yes.
thought about something. Since you're a smoker, or even if people are not smokers, this just popped in my mind. Is pink Himalayan salt. It's a lung healer.
Already use it.
Yeah, so that you're helping yourself with that. You're sort of mitigating the damage from the cigarettes. I mean, it's not going to prevent it all, but it'll make it less.
You would
That's good
think that
you
if your
use.
blood pressure is high and your heart rate is high and and everything's high, that salt would be bad. But salt is good.
It all depends on what type. Rock salt does that, but
Right.
the other
Pink salt
sea
is the
does
best, the
not.
doctor said.
And pink salt, right? It's only
I mean-
rock salt that does that.
Doesn't it depend how much salt you use? I mean,
That's the thing. I'm supposed to use more salt. Like in
Okay.
emergency, like if I feel like my worst, I'm supposed to either drink salt water or have beef jerky because of the salt content, and drink water with the beef jerky. And it really does help. It totally helps. Like if I'm overheating and my heart is racing and I feel sick,
Are you
eating a
familiar
piece
with
of beef jerky and drinking water does wonders.
Paleo Valley?
No. I mean, I've
That's where
heard
you
of
should
the
go.
paleo diet.
No,
are you trying to quit or no smoking or not?
No. I'm
Oh,
going to tell you
no,
this.
that's
Hold on,
okay.
listen. No, but wait, let me say something. When I had my cancer, I essentially quit. I was in the
Yeah.
hospital for 10 days. I was on the
Yeah.
patch, I was fine.
Right.
But my surgery caused an incision that was 18 inches long in my stomach. Okay?
Yeah.
And I could not sneeze, cough, gag, nothing, because I could rupture my sutures. And when I came home, because Joey smokes, I instantly started gagging from the smell. Like retching.
Yeah.
Bad. I grabbed a cigarette from him and started smoking again because I had to not bleed to death inside.
So
So
cigarettes
that's why I
saved you,
started smoking
basically.
again. They saved my life at that point, yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't know you had cancer.
Yeah, I had ovarian cancer.
Well,
And
ovarian.
then-
I thought you meant lung cancer. Okay. I knew
no,
about
had
the
ovarian.
ovarian cancer. Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
What was
so,
this?
2016.
Oh, okay.
Paleo Valley would be your top place to get jerky, no chemicals whatsoever. So you're not getting all those nitrites. There's an
There's an
echo.
echo.
Major echo.
Yeah, where'd that come from? I'm just going to that website now, just so I have it.
Yeah, no nitrites, no chemicals. They're delicious, and you can get a lot of varieties. They have venison, and they have beef, they have pork, and they come in different flavors. And there are two that I can have because I cannot have onions or garlic. It's a stroke risk for me. So I can get their pork, one with maple flavor. I usually don't bother with that one though. I just pretty much stick to, there's a beef one they have with no onions and no garlic. And I can't find any jerky anywhere of any kind that didn't have garlic. But they make two without garlic or onions, which is unusual. But the main thing about them is they're chemical free. Because those nitrites are killers. They'll mess with your brain. They're bad.
Yeah.
So I'd say
Thank
anybody
you.
that likes beef jerky, go to Paleo Valley. Yeah, that you can get a permanent 30% off if you're on auto ship.
I don't know if I could afford that, but auto ship, but I'll look into
No,
it.
I mean, you don't pay anything for the auto ship. You just get 30% off permanently if you're on auto ship. And you can have
No,
it
I
every
mean,
6 You don't
I
have
mean
to
being
have
on auto ship where I have to buy it on an auto ship schedule. I might not be able to afford.
You can do it 6 months apart. It doesn't have to be
Oh,
every week or every month. You choose how often you want it and how many. So like it's at your pace.
Excuse me 1 second. Morgan, you gotta turn the camera on. I can't add you until you turn the camera on.
They're not cheap, but they're worth the money. They're very worth.
Are you gonna try this again, Sandy?
Yes, I gave you a new link. Yes.
Okay, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Morgan, turn your camera on.
There's cheaper jerky out there, but there isn't better that I've seen.
There we go. You can turn it off again and put on your profile pic if you want. It's up to you. But now I can add you to the stage. Hello, Morgan. All right, Splatter is up with the presentation. Let's get back to where we were. Now, guys, can you see the presentation in the chat? Questions 2 and 3 were written a few months ago. I forgot to cover them around Halloween. So please excuse the font and color change. I am looking forward to the font and color change. This font is horrible. Better, much better. I have what should be a simple question for Americans. And some non-Americans as well. Next question, Splatter. Please tell me which color is for each of the 2 major political parties in the USA. Which is blue and which is red?
The elephant should be red and the donkey should be blue.
Yes, I agree.
The elephant is Republicans for those who don't know, and the donkey is Democrats for those who don't know.
Jackasses. You got that right.
I have no idea, but I was assuming right off my natural instincts that the donkey would be red. I have no idea though. I don't remember, and I don't care for politics. So I don't try
Mind, it's okay. It's not about the elephant and the donkey. It's just Republican and Democrat. What do you remember? But if you don't remember, I don't know is fine.
Oh yeah, I don't know either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kimberly says, I remember Republicans being blue and it changed when Trump ran. That's a Mandela.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the question?
Republicans are what color and Democrats are what color? Like on the map when they say like
Republicans are red and Democrats are blue.
Okay. And Kimberly says Republicans were blue until Trump for her.
I know the parties did kind of. I don't know if they switched or not. I don't know, but like I know the colors were always Republican red.
I thought it was after Reagan.
Yeah, officially it did change, but it was before Trump, like somewhere between Reagan and Trump.
Yeah.
I just heard it.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
Right.
We can go on, Splatter.
Okay.
Do you ever remember learning that the political party colors were switched? If you do, when? So for Kimberly, it was 2016.
No, it's way before that.
1960s.
No, 80s.
I didn't know they'd been switched. I thought Democrats are blue, Republicans are red. It's been that way my whole life. I didn't know it was switched.
No,
I don't know about the colors, but like I heard the parties. That's what they're saying.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I want you to think about this. That's one of the lies that's told on the left. You ready for this? It's because they want to hide the fact that they were the ones that.
Yeah, I know.
But there is no left or right.
Democrat Party.
It's all one side of the same coin. That's the thing you need to realize.
I know, but that's what they're saying. I'm just going.
I know. I'm trying to explain that the switch never happened. Yeah. I want everyone to realize what they're trying to say is one day, they all woke up and decided, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to call myself a Republican now, and you're going to call yourself a Democrat. And everyone's like, yeah, that's a great idea. That never happened. But they teach it as if it's a fact.
I know it's bullshit, you know.
Never happened. It's the dumbest thing. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, what everything they teach is bullshit. So
hundreds of people just decided to switch parties one day. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
They can't even decide, like, they can't even agree on a bill, like a stupid bill, and they're going to agree to that? Okay.
What difference would it make even if they did? I mean, if they believe the same thing? I mean,
that would be like if New Jersey and Pennsylvania just decided to be New Jersey and If
would make a
Pennsylvania decided to be
difference.
New Jersey one day, and New Jersey decided to be Pennsylvania one day, yeah, there's no difference. The
It's just
only
they
difference
believe the
is
same things.
that
Who
the
cares?
Democrats were the ones that perpetuated slavery and Jim Crow, and they didn't want to be associated with it. So they made up that story.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only other meaning that I feel I could take from this would be just some kind of strategic thing where they're all working together, even though they're, acting like they're in
I kind of
opposition to
believe
each other.
that.
I agree to that. They work together, but also fight against one another.
I feel like they
Just
pretend
like
they fight. I don't know.
it's like looking at it like this is a Mandela channel, and we talk about Mandela effects, but there's also flat earthers here. There's also globe people here. It's the same thing. They're all politicians, but they're Democrat and Republican politicians. And when they're being just politicians together, they work together really well to screw everybody over.
Yeah.
And then there's the Democrat crap and the Republican crap. So I agree with you with the two sides of the same coin thing on that sense.
Oh yeah, one bird,
Yeah.
two wings. Yep.
Tiny Squish is guessing somewhere between 2008 and 2014.
I swore they changed in the '80s after Reagan.
Hi, Tiny Squish. I'm sorry I forgot your name before. She was my biggest fan last night in the chat.
Aw.
Sarah? Oh, yeah.
Tiniest Squish Sarah, this is not a time Mandela. This is a Mandela. Straight up. This never happened in my past. For you, it might be a time Mandela. For me, this never happened. It was always one way. And that's it. All right, we can go on.
Okay.
But for you, it could be a time Mandela. For me, it's a straight up.
Read it first.
In my past, the political parties have always been Where is the echo? Is it gone? It's
No, it's still here.
Nope, it's back. It's not Jackie. I'm doing one at a time.
Oh, you're getting rid of the echo?
Yep, because it's driving me crazy. It's squeaking in my ear. It's
No,
gone
it's
now.
gone.
Whoever muted, thank you.
Oh,
it's back. Is it gone?
Yeah.
Yep, it's Josh. Sorry, Josh. Unmute when you want to talk. No, it's back. It's not Josh.
Is it me, you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say try quantum. I'm pretty sure it's quantum.
Let me see. Is it gone? It's quantum. Quantum, just unmute when you want to talk. That's all. Okay. So, in my past, the parties have always been. No, it's still here, and quantum's muted. All right, just everybody mute for a second.
Okay, I don't know who it is.
Just everybody mute. Maybe it's Splatter.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to try anyway. All right, in my past, the political parties have always been Democrat. I think it is you, Splatter. Democrat, blue, Republican, red. But this is no longer the case in this reality. In this timeline, blue was for Republican and red was for Democrat until 2000. It happened in 2000. At the turn of the century, 99 to 2000. It was blue, Republican, red Democrat, up until 2000. I was voting then.
What was their excuse for changing it?
We're gonna play. Play the video. You'll hear it.
Since the founding of the GOP, what is the color most typically associated with it? Most people think that Republicans' color is red. It's not. The answer is blue. From the beginning of the party until very recently, Republicans were the party associated with blue. How about the Democrats? For most of history, what has been the color associated with the libs? Most people today think it's blue. It's actually red. This is why we call leftists reds, pinkos, the Red Army. In American politics, the colors were not set in stone, but blue was overwhelmingly the Republican color. And then, in the year 2000, everything changed. Liberals, led by Tim Russert of NBC, began referring to red states and blue states, and he flipped the colors. Since the founding of the GOP, what is the color most...
So a specific person flipped the colors on the map for an election, and I'm going to show you. Next slide. So, While it's true that candidates, especially prior to the 80s, frequently used red, white, and blue. Oh, I'm reading this wrong. So what he said was true, that prior to the 1980s, no, 2000, it was the other way with the Democrats being red and Republicans being blue. Prior to the 1980s, there really wasn't a color. It was red, white, and blue. Much more often than their party color. They usually use their party color as the dominant color in campaign materials. But as you can see here, it's typically red, white, and blue. And check out the red bar flag residue, everyone. Reagan remembers the red bar flag. Next one. So here we see Reagan. I never in my life saw Reagan with blue, like Reagan stuff blue. And I really remember this election because this is when we learned about elections in school. We did a mock vote for Reagan or Dukakis, and I voted for Dukakis because my parents were voting for Dukakis.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
So I voted for. I lost. So Reagan, I remember seeing the map. We watched it in my house.
Yeah.
It was not like that. It's all blue. It was all
literally
red.
literally last year for me. What the heck?
It still is red. Oh, you
No,
mean the Reagan
it looks
one?
blue now. Isn't it blue now? That's what the
No,
thing
now
is, right?
Republican is red and Democrat is blue.
No, I
right
mean,
now.
because last year I remember my brother was showing me the Reagan map and like how much he won.
Oh, yes.
And it was all red. Like, are you saying that it was always blue now?
It was blue. It's blue now, yeah.
Dude, it was no way. It was definitely red. I seen it.
That's how I felt when I saw it. I freaked out.
No way.
When Reagan ran, I was in college and I had a 2-hour night class twice a week. Anyway, it was a professor from a different subject, and me and my girlfriend from that, we skipped class that night, which you didn't do that at my school. It's a long story. But anyway, to go hear Reagan speak, and it was red. Everything was, red.
Wait until you see it. I have rally pictures. Look at the rally picture. It's on the right. Look at it.
No, it was because
it's all blue.
I remember looking up about him.
I remember
the
was like
showing like how much he won,
remember?
And the map is literally all red, and the blue is like the little one, like the state, like over there. It's reversed. It's like reversed.
It is reversed. What were you saying,
so
Splatter?
Weird. No way.
I said that earlier. It switched when Reagan was on.
Not for me. Like I said,
no
it was
way.
always red.
Not for me either.
Always. And there's so much election material that's blue. It's mind blowing. I've never seen Reagan with blue. It's so weird to see.
Yeah.
This like turns my stomach looking at this because
that's when they changed colors, the Democrats and the Republicans.
I know, but
Splatter, they never did in my past.
Before.
They never did. They never did in my past. Never. This upsets me. Because I know this is wrong. But wait, guys. Jessica said, but the map was red. But just looking at some of these images, the colors are surreal. It should say are. It was never like this in my past. Do you remember blue for Republican like this? And check out the yellow.
Yeah,
I've never seen yellow on a map.
Where's the third party coming from over here?
I don't think it's a third party. Zoom in.
It can't be.
I heard the party switch. Like that's what they said like years ago. But
no,
like,
look.
Never.
They're using yellow for Ford and blue for Carter.
I never seen this but like that. Like I always.
What are the reds then?
Those are the ones that hadn't come in yet.
Oh, okay. It's usually they'll be around.
Huh.
So
I have that memory. I guess I'm from a different world.
What were you saying, Quantum?
I said, like I heard the part, like even though it's like not really true, like they said the party switch. That's like nothing to do with this, but like I always thought like the Republicans were always red, and they showed the map I seen a year ago. My brother was showing me how much he won, like defeated, whatever his name is, but like, yeah, like it was all red.
Dukakis. He defeated Dukakis. Oh, Mondale. I'm sorry.
Walter.
The second one was Dukakis. I was 84. So now I don't know. Either way, I don't remember blue for Republican ever.
Me
Never.
either.
Ever. And I'm going to show you, because this is up to 2000. Here's a Reagan, like I said, red, white, and blue for America makes sense. But the curtain should be red, not blue. That's so weird to me. His name should be in red, not blue.
Yep.
That's 84 on the top because he's got the presidential seal on his mic. The top rally, the speech is 84 because he's got the presidential seal. He's already president.
It says 88.
Oh, he ran in 84 and 88.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking 80?
That was his first, I think, term, right?
No, 84 and 88, not 80 and 84.
I know, but he did 2 terms, so it wasn't like 80 to 88.
That would be 3 terms. 80 to 84 would be 1.
Yeah,
and 84 to
yeah.
88, which means he couldn't run in 88.
I know. Okay, I don't know.
What's this then?
That's what I'm trying. That's why I'm confused. That must be like for when he ran for governor. No, because it's got Bush. Did he run in 80 and lose now? Hold up. Hold up.
No, he
Hold
ran
up.
in 84. So yeah, he was president from 81 to 88 or 80 to 88.
Yeah, so I was thinking he ran in 1980.
All right, so what was the 88 one then? Go forward, Splatter.
I
Let's
don't
look
know.
at
I
88.
mean, that don't make any sense.
Okay. Back. It says the skipper of victory 88. That's so confusing. He can't run a third term.
Yeah.
You can in Canada.
It was 81 to 89. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
that's-
Mandela.
It could have been something else.
Maybe that's his like going out ceremony. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't think it has anything with running for president. Again, I mean,
I just think the 88's confusing and they shouldn't have played there. Okay, let's go. Next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we can also see Nixon is blue. I can't. Nixon, everything Nixon I've ever seen was red. Everything.
yeah, that's so weird.
Everything. That's so bizarre.
They don't even look
President
right.
Bush. President Bush. Blue. I cannot.
Yeah, right here.
I
right here.
actually cannot.
So wouldn't this be like a time Mandela, basically?
No, because for me it never switched. It was always red and blue.
I know, but like it's like I'm trying to think because it is red like now, but like it did change. Like I can't explain it. I don't
Oh,
know.
Bush Quail
Okay,
88.
listen.
Here we are. See
If you
Bush
remember it switching, but at a different year, it's a time Mandela. If you don't
Oh,
remember it
okay.
switching,
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
a full Mandela.
Yeah, I don't ever remember switch like the color switching at all. I always just it's always just red and blue.
So in the bottom left, we have McCarthy. He had all blue and then red, white, and blue. So the only red was the red, white, and blue. And the boxes on the right are because Nixon and Ogilvy, the merging.
Yeah, see, that's after Reagan. See Bush 88. Bush Quail.
Bush Quail 88. That makes sense. Now I'm less confused.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
top left, but again, it's blue. It's more blue than anything. That's confusing. On the top left, we have Gore with red.
What year did it change again? Now in 2000?
2000.
No, like I said, it changed during Reagan. I remember I was around.
It didn't. I'm going to show you. It didn't. President Bush is after Reagan.
Reagan was never in blue. Like, what is this?
I know. I'm telling you, it's so disturbing to look at. If you
He
share
looks
my
so
memory,
wrong.
it's so disturbing.
I would say disturbing, but it's just like I don't know.
No, it's
Because the
disturbing
thing.
to me because it's
For me,
a
it's not
it's a
disturbing.
stark.
It's just kind of like a mind. I don't know, but
Wait,
I should know by
this
now. That's
this
how it
is
was.
this is a thing that can be disturbing. Like the whole Mandela effect. People have
Yeah.
had mental breakdowns and stuff. Like when you hold close to something and you think it's true, and then it turns out that it's not. Like it's hard to feel sometimes. I'm trying to think of the right word. Like good and happy, knowing like I don't know what the hell is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
think
hard
it's
to
like what.
accept it.
Yeah. I think it's like once you find out how this works, like it shouldn't be disturbing anymore. I mean,
No,
like
it's a stark reminder to me. Like it's like I'm. It reaffirms that I know that this is really happening. When there's some, it's like a visceral feeling. Like I know these were not these colors, and now they are.
yeah, yeah. Like I know
Yeah,
too, but like I don't. I just don't. Me personally, I don't find it disturbing at all.
I don't either. I
Oh,
think we
me
could
either, Sean,
grasp.
remember?
I mean, I think we could grasp an idea of what's happening, but to say that we know what's going on, I think that's so a lot of times. I mean, maybe you might know what's going on for you in a specific situation, but for everyone, like everyone's situation and what's going on with everyone. Like, I don't know about that.
I didn't say that. I just said
Okay,
like we
wait.
all are acknowledging that this is real, right? So we know
Yeah,
that this
yeah,
is
yeah.
real. So I mean,
I
it
need
shouldn't be as disturbing anymore. That's what I'm saying.
I need everyone to answer this. When Ron DeSantis was running for president, do you remember him being blue? Because there he is blue.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
He didn't
definitely.
always use blue, but he did use blue too, and I don't remember that.
Yeah, he always used red.
Jeb.
And the top right was current day too. I can't remember. Is that Jeb Bush? I think it's Jeb Bush.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Jeb
Jeb.
can fix it.
Yeah, the loser Bush.
So
No,
we're
they're all
talking
losers.
2016. Jeb Bush is using blue. All right, we can go on. So we have Mondale, Reagan, Carter, Kennedy. This is green. This matches my memory. Reagan in red, Kennedy in blue. Carter and Mondale in blue. Nixon in red. This is what I remember all the time, always. Those of you that don't remember these, the residue is going to be the opposite of what you remember.
Wait, did you edit that?
I didn't edit these. These are residue.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, I don't know if they were going to turn Carter into yellow. They're only counting Ford at this point.
Yeah.
I did see yellow before. But at least Ford is blue.
It should be Ford and Chevy.
Look at Mondale. Look at that D. Stop it. Why? Why?
Yeah, Carter was the peanut guy. Yeah.
They made it a flag, but for what? It makes no sense to me. Maybe if I understood what the symbol meant, who knows? But looks like Nissan.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter was your worst president until Biden came along.
LJ fell out and she's back. Welcome back, LJ. Or don't wait. Yep, she's here. So here's a red bar flag, everyone. On
Oh
a
yeah.
GOP convention from 1988.
Yep.
That's funny. I like Taft better. Everybody remembers I like Ike. Nobody remembers I like Taft better.
Nope. I'm gonna be showing some funny things in a minute.
The Democrats and liberals were called Reds because the Russian flag is red.
I agree.
And
I was going to say that,
communist.
but I just let it go. It doesn't matter.
Right.
This
If
here
that
looks
was
like
the
a Pepsi
reason, I
lid.
would have said something. But the reason was because someone decided to switch the colors on the map
I
during
like
the
Pepsi.
presidential election. But yeah, exactly. Communism. That's why. Oh, that's residue of the Titanic, everyone. For those of you that don't know, it's like it's gold to rose gold. It's pink to gold. The stacks on the Titanic now.
Oh, they used to be red, right? Oh, yeah,
Yes.
right. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I say, Splatter. We can go. I just say also I wanted to point this out.
Okay.
Another question, yes or no? Do you remember learning in school or in your past there being any elections with the Communist Party on the ballot? Speaking of LJ.
I think yeah. They have been on the ballot. It's not illegal to be a communist, although they try to unofficially make it that way during McCarthyism. But there's no law against being communist.
Really?
But
they act
I didn't
like
say there was a law. I'm just saying, do you remember them being on the ballot?
I'm just making that observation. But I believe communists have been on the ballot, yes.
We are up here all the time.
What's that?
I get the pamphlets in my doorway. Oh, communist.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was talking about the U.S. ballots, though. But yeah.
Wait, Sandy, can I ask a question?
We're in the middle of an
there was
election
never
right
a
now
communist
here.
on the presidential ballot.
Probably not the presidential. Probably not.
It's supposed to be a free country, so why not?
They have been in other races, but maybe not the president.
All right, we can go on, Splatter.
Okay. So our countries are totally different, but yeah, we run communist every election. They don't win, but they get on the ballot.
Not here. Vote for the Communist Party candidates by country, 1924 to 1946. Look at that. Look at New Jersey and Pennsylvania and New York.
Communism was very popular during that time. People didn't. They liked the concept. They didn't understand what it was in practice. So it was very popular at that time.
Well, they must have just not taught it to us at all in school when I had. Well, in college. In high school, we had U.S. presidents 1 and 2 and touched on it, but nothing was mentioned about.
Yeah, you have to learn history for yourself. You can't. Yeah, and not that it was communism, and even what do you call it? Like what am I trying to say? Like breeding of people by race. All the things that the Nazis believe were very, very popular in the United States during this time.
That's why eugenics.
Eugenics and all that. It was all very, very popular at this time, and so was communism.
This is why we don't test people before they vote. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because who writes the test and who decides who passes and fails? Then they could. That's how they could control the population that way. That's why we don't have a test to make sure you know what you're talking about before you vote. You have the right to vote regardless of whether you take a test or not. You just have the right to vote. So, the Communist Party of America was on the ballot for half of the 20th century. And I have no memory of this whatsoever. Was this part of your history? Hollywood makes McCarthy trials look like he was crazy, harassing Hollywood's elite. Now I can see why it happened, kinda. Because if communism was everywhere, well, then he couldn't trust to see if people were communist or not. It doesn't make sense.
What these ideas lost favor once World War II came along. Then a lot of this lost favor. Of course, not everybody gave up these beliefs. They, so. But the point is, communism was never illegal, but they treated people like it was.
I got you.
Not that I'm a communist. I'm not, but
I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, Ann.
That would be
you
like
can go
saying Green Party people are evil. You can't be a Green Party person, or we won't let you have a job if you're in the Green Party.
I don't even know
Yeah,
why
that's
they
not
still
right.
You're a
run.
tree
Like, they don't
hugger.
get any
You
votes.
can't have a job if you're a tree hugger.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the McCarthy trials because this is America. You're free to believe whatever you want.
Oh, LJ, now you've just put it on my screen. I just looked at my Instagram. It's talking about the Greens.
Oh no.
They're just people that want to save the environment. That's all. But
Oh no, yeah, I
what
don't
they
get
usually
political.
try to do is they try to influence one of the larger parties. They try to be an influencer.
Right, you're
So
talking about the green movement, right?
Yeah, and then there's an actual political. It's a very it's a minor party. They have
I hate
candidates.
politics so
They
much.
run. There's actual candidates on ballot for the Green Party. But they generally merge into the Democrats and try to influence their policies. They don't usually get anywhere with Republicans.
There's a Greens MP guy, Stephen Bates, and he made an OnlyFans account to help spread the word on policies by the Greens.
Yeah, I think that would help a lot.
What? On OnlyFans?
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, anyway, okay. Yeah.
Not that I want to rush, guys, but I only have one cigarette left, so we have to go. Splatter.
I thought they were gonna help.
We've been doing this for 8 hours already. It has been going on a good minute.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it wasn't 8
Party,
hours.
USA. The Communist Party is still on ballots today, all across the United States. They never went away, just disguised themselves as the worker parties and called themselves liberal. Philadelphia's example, the Working Families Party. So when they go on the ballots, it doesn't say communist usually. It says the Working Families Party.
Like, how they come out and say it.
Well,
just to get more
you can tell by the values.
More support, less persecution, if they change the name a little bit.
But there were actual ballots, buttons, flyers, and posters all asking Americans to vote red, vote communist on Election Day. I covered this in my Black Panther presentation. Black Panther Angela Davis ran for vice president as a communist. Yeah,
I think they try to make it seem like red's the evil. I don't know.
I just did my own test. That's not me echoing. My HDMI.
Splatter. Can you zoom in on the United States in the middle, at the top?
This here?
Yep. Louisiana does not have a middle finger that I can tell. Just want to share that. No middle finger for Louisiana. Okay.
People wanted what communism is on paper. And communism on paper isn't bad. It's actually pretty good. But nobody's ever actually managed to have what communism is on paper. It just winds up being a dictatorship instead.
It's just back then it's...
So a lot of people just have the idealistic view of what communism is on paper. And some of them know good and well what communism is. So there's a mixture of people in there.
On paper. It fails. There is a part where it fails. They expect everyone to work. And the thing that happens to people who can't is you die. You get taken care of.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, you could have a version of communism where they took care of that. The thing, communism has never been tried. It's never actually what it is on paper has never been tried. But that's why people support it, because they like what it could be, but it never is.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm just showing you the communist stuff. I learned nothing about this. I never heard of it.
Wait, so they're like promoting it, right? Basically,
Yeah.
that's like I've never heard of anyone promoting communists. I mean,
I know.
But this
Me either.
isn't new for me. They do. Yeah.
I always
they
thought
do.
it was a bad thing. I mean,
It's most people are against it, so there aren't that many people that publicly will come out for it, but some do. It's a small minority of people, but yeah.
no, I don't know. I just don't like. I just always been told that. I don't really like have much of a view on it.
Jessica's going. Good night, Jessica.
Good night, Jessica.
Oh no, we were only supposed to be going for 5 hours.
Yeah, I know. Yep. That is
The hell is
true. This is the show that never ends. LJ made it up. Okay, Splatter, go ahead.
Yeah, past this one, I guess.
Yep. Mapping American social movements, and it shows you that where communism moved. It's just the point that communism wasn't a prominent party in the United States in my past. Now, whether it's a Mandela or I didn't, it was just info like I was not taught and did not learn.
It was never prominent. Well. It was just around, but it was never prominent. It was always a small amount of people.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I know. It's the amount of communists in each district.
I mean, pre-World War II, it was big. It was big.
This is up to 1950, LJ.
Really?
Up to 1950?
Yeah, 1950.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were the days. I'm just kidding.
You can go on.
All the ones here that are Democrat now were communist back then.
Well, no, they're probably not alive right now, but yeah, go on.
They are. They're old as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're collecting welfare checks. Remember? Trump found them.
Look, guys, Trump blew. Trump blew. Can't stop it.
Is he sometimes red though? This like I don't know.
It should always be red. I've only ever seen Trump with red.
Interesting.
Except for the presidential seal.
His hats are red. People make a big deal about the Trump hats, and they're red. I'll bet they're blue now.
They're not always red.
Look it up, really?
They're not always red.
The MAGA hats are blue?
No, they're
no. What?
No, but they're also white, green, camo.
It's black. Yeah.
This next one may not be a Mandela for you.
There's a bunch of colors for MAGA
but
hats,
it's definitely one for me. It's not that it's the fact that Trump was wearing them.
Oh yeah.
I've only seen Trump wear red, and now I'm seeing him wear all these other colors. In your past, did Donald Trump steal the MAGA slogan from another presidential candidate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Hold on. I'm trying to read it.
I'm just going on anyway because again I have one cigarette. I got to go on. We're gonna go on.
All right.
So for me, this was not the case, but I concede it could be that I was too young and I just didn't pay attention to it. But again, we studied this intently because it was the school year. It's what we were doing in the school year, which I would say is probably indoctrination at this point. Because
I thought Trump, he didn't make it. He stole it. Well.
Right.
No, he definitely. Everybody was like getting on his case for. I mean, that he didn't say racist. That. I always thought he made it.
Yeah, no one said, but Reagan had it. You didn't say Reagan was racist.
A lot of people thought Reagan. I'm sure they did.
It's not exact, but it's still the same thing. No, because we.
Wait, no, but Reagan was literally. Reagan was literally trying to get rid of like secret societies and like all this other stuff, and yeah, that's why he was saying like we need to make America Great Again. Didn't they? They literally got rid of him.
Trump's doing. Yeah.
It's weird. I always thought Trump was the one who made that.
So did I.
I don't remember that with Reagan.
That's weird.
Yeah, me too.
So the MAGA hats are not even from him then.
Well, he took the "let's" out. That's about it.
I don't remember him ever saying that because I'm too young. But I definitely heard the narrative that he did take it from Reagan. I don't know if that was a part of the Mandela, them being affected by it, but I did hear people say that. I don't remember that.
I think it is because you and Splatter remember it and the rest of us don't. So I believe you guys are just in the reality where it was always like that, and we were in a reality where it was never like this. Because I do not remember this.
I'm also old enough to remember. I was 18 at the time, right?
It's
Yeah,
rolling into the back of my head that Reagan did say that. I think he did say that.
It's just like for some people it is different, so it's just kind of at that point it's how it is.
Even Yes We Can, that's a saying too that Barack Obama took from another president as well. Like that's known that presidents take sayings from other presidents, from what I remember.
No, I know that. I'm just saying like the whole like saying of him saying "Make America Great" is like it was always like for me known that's like he made that up, and that's what everybody was like outraged about. But
because they go so many years back where it doesn't matter anymore, right?
What?
So they go so many years back. It was 1980 when he used this. So I mean, like, who's going to remember except for older people like me, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like even like older people, I'm sure like are affected too, saying they never heard this. Doesn't
like
really
I've
matter.
seen, like again with my parents, I saw Reagan rally, not a rally, but some sort of speech on TV for the election. Maybe it was a publicized, like a televised rally, like things on the news. We covered it in school. We did a mock election where two of the kids pretended to be the presidential candidates. Like we did all sorts of things. Like how did I not hear the slogan?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird to me.
He didn't say it all the time. Like
it's like
Trump says it all the time. He's got hats. Like Reagan said it once in a while, but it wasn't like he didn't say it every day all the time.
That's true. I mean, it could be not. Like, who knows?
I think it was in one of his main speeches, like one of his, main speeches to the nation.
Are we going, Splatter? Part 3, warning, viewer discretion is advised for kids under 13.
Well, if there's kids under 13 watching, the parents should be slapped because it's way late at night.
Well, they could be getting up. It's 6:30 in the morning here, Splatter.
Oh, it's 3:30 for me, so.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
I remember
to lighten the mood, actual campaign slogans that should have never seen the light of day.
That was actually a thing. The fuck.
Yeah, it was actually a thing. I'm not reading that. I'm not.
I never saw that at the time, but it may have existed.
He's promoting that. I would think that someone against him would do that.
What the hell?
I am not a crook.
He wasn't. He was scammed.
Oh.
Nixon.
But
God.
He's the only person that pretended to put someone on the moon, or the only president.
It's like all these guys are puppets.
Oh, Ronald Reagan. I was thinking of JF Kennedy. That's what I was thinking of. I got them confused. Sorry.
Who are you thinking of?
No, this is Nixon.
JF Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was Watergate. There was all. I am not a crook. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Except now it's not. Now it's not. I am not a crook.
Watergate's a hotel he stayed in. That's all.
It's. What is it now? It's I'm not a crook and what? He says something different now. It was just I am not a crook.
That's
with
what
his
I
hands
remember.
up in the air with the quotes. But now it's I'm not a crook something. I have to look it up. Oh, guys, can someone
Mm.
read these slogans if they're not too bad, please, while I look it up?
In your heart, you know he's right. Whoever he is doesn't say the name.
What does it say below?
In
That's
your
Barry
guts, you know
Goldwater.
he's right. He's nuts. In your
That's
guts, you know he's nuts.
that's Barry Goldwater at the top.
Well, in your guts, you know he's nuts. Who's that?
Oh, I know who that is. I don't know if I'm gonna think his name,
I
but
don't know neither of these guys.
That's 64. I mean, yeah, I was only 1 year
yeah,
old.
Oh,
I know
that's
who
right.
the
Not even
bottom
there.
guy is, but I can't think of his
Mm.
name.
I didn't
Hmm.
realize I read it.
Was that Humphrey? Or I'd have to see him
No,
again.
this is way before my time. Here,
Mm.
28.
Oh, there's Adlai Stevenson.
How much you want to bet the dude on top's like 30 years old there?
Make all your wet dreams come true in 1928.
What the hell?
Adlai and Estes the
That's weird.
bestest. These weren't real. These never happened. Make all
Wait,
your
what is this?
None of these were real. None of
This
these
is fake.
happened.
Yeah.
So,
This is fake.
Okay,
Yeah, how is it
guys.
that?
I think
Sorry.
that might be Taft. I think that bottom one might be Taft.
Cocks and cocktails. 1920.
That was 1920.
That's
We
that's
poke you in
President
44. We shall pierce you in 52.
Polk. Okay, Polk and Pierce. Yeah.
So, listen really quickly. Well, I remember Nixon being very, like, I am not a crook. Like, very, very adamant. I am not a crook.
Yeah.
And now it's, well,
Yeah.
I'm not a crook.
You don't give a shit.
Oh
Nonchalant.
no,
Oh,
that
really?
doesn't happen.
Well, I'm not a
You
crook.
were
He
right
says the
the
word
first
well first. And he says I'm instead of I am not. It's I'm not a crook and
So it's
well.
also the way he says it is different. Like he doesn't care as much.
Yes.
So,
Well, I'm not a crook. Like that instead of I am not a crook. Big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's
definitely.
Clayton Cosgrove.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
what the hell?
Gotta turn my mic
Saying
back.
what?
What the hell is all this? What am I looking
These
at?
They're
are
made up.
campaign
None of these are real in the past. They're new.
These
These
are
were
local
never-
But these
elections.
are
These are
real.
photographs. These are photographs of billboards of local elections.
Change is.
Why is this all sexual?
These
I don't understand.
these are Mandelas. These are Mandelas. People would never have things like this running for office.
So this is the guy's
What the
name. That's his name.
What? Are you
Dick
serious?
Mountain Joy.
That is his name.
That's ridiculous. That's
Well,
literally ridiculous.
isn't Dick short for Richard though?
Yes, it is.
Mm,
So why
that's
wouldn't they
true.
say Richard?
I don't know because I really don't know.
And if your last name is that, why wouldn't you go by Rick at least? Like, come on.
Why would you
Yeah.
even name your kid Richard at all? I mean, I don't know. If people are gonna
Some
say
people
the
like the
nickname and joke around with
Oh,
it.
Richard turns into Dick. I'll never know anyway either.
How's that
Yeah,
even
exactly.
go together?
Right.
Some people like the name Rich, Rick, Ricky, Richie.
I'll just call him Dick.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand that. I don't understand
I
that.
don't get it either, but it's a nickname. Everyone was like always. I don't know. There's
Okay,
like this.
this is how it correlates. Rick rhymes with
Dick.
Dickie, right? Yes. What is on most people's minds? I guess I guess it's that because that's what they're relating it to. So
I don't know.
That's-
That's not my
that's
mind.
all I can think of.
Richard.
What?
Richard
People
turns
thinking
into
of
Dick,
Rick.
not Rick.
I
Freaking-
just heard the term and I thought it was funny.
That-
Like I never came up with it. I mean, like I never thought in my head that's what it would be.
Jesus. What the hell? Ew. Oh, look, the stars are normal. There we go.
So this is proof that it was a real billboard. There's also buttons of you
Red
can't do
modified.
that.
So why are they
The
saying
Richard
this?
Nixon.
None of this stuff was around. I was in school like you, Sandy, and junior high school when Nixon was running. We had the election in the school, mock election. Yeah, no, these weren't around.
Yeah,
These
they're-
real? I'm sorry, these real?
People wouldn't have tolerated. I don't think they tolerate it now, but in the '60s, they definitely wouldn't have tolerated it. There was
Wait.
no public swearing.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, everything was a lot more straight laced.
You can even have you can have a skirt too far down your past your knee without them like going all crazy.
Wait.
I mean,
Above. He meant above the knee.
In the 60s, you still had people that were born in 1900 and 1910, very old-fashioned people. Even 1920, 1930. These were the adults, and the older adults, they wouldn't have tolerated stuff like this.
Wait, is this like
Yeah,
real though?
obviously, because there's the proof.
Yes, yes, it is.
No way.
There's also a red bar flag on the bottom of the last one.
Oh, if it's real,
Can't
that's like
deny
actually
reality.
so
Reality is
inappropriate and
things.
ridiculous.
Okay, so
Like,
guys,
no one
you also have
talked
to
like this in the
realize,
'60s. Like, what is this? Like,
because you guys,
Immature.
exactly. In the 60s, their minds weren't in the gutter, and they're like all the way to the White House.
it's like some
That's
shit
what
they're
they were
doing like
thinking.
now.
I'm saying they're thinking all the way to the White House. They're not thinking anything bad about it, so they put it
Exactly.
out there.
You guys are the ones with dirty minds.
People didn't even,
What?
for the most part, hold hands in public or kiss in public. Even those were kind of frowned upon. And you could be married. You know, that
No,
was
I'm
kind
s-
of frowned upon.
Although I
Yeah.
cannot explain the bottom left. There's
No, I'm
no
just
other thing
saying,
I
like-
can think of for that.
Like, I wouldn't think this would be around the '60s at all.
No, it wasn't. I was
Because it's
there.
like, this is some
Oh,
shit they do
yeah.
today. Like, the stupid crap on the internet, you know. Just saying.
That's his name. His name is I'm not gonna say it.
Harry
That is his name.
Bahals.
That's his name. You can say it.
It would be Bales, wouldn't it be Bales?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
the
2 A's it would, yeah.
they should have added 3 L's and 1 A. Anyways,
That's his name, though.
that's-
That'd be like,
Yeah.
let's spell your name with a C
Yeah,
and a
let's just
K.
change your name for political. Come on.
what?
Vote
I don't even know what you're
for.
talking about.
The
I don't even know
BAALS
who this
is his
guy-
name. They're not gonna change the
Oh.
spelling of his last name.
His name is like
Is Bales.
Isn't
BAALS.
it Baal or something? Baal is like a demon or
Yeah,
something.
that's
It might be, but I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know this dude. Anyway, I'm just making a joke.
Oh.
He does things. It's
Seriously.
such a dumb saying. They might have said he gets things done. That could have been a slogan. But you wouldn't
How many
just say
times
he
are they
does-
gonna keep saying that, Richard? Next, I mean, oh God.
All right, so in the bottom right, we have residue of the shield with the stars on top.
Yep.
Also the bottom middle, except they have gold inlay instead of the white. And then Nixon again, and Mississippi Reagan, the RE is merged behind Reagan.
Yeah, I see that.
That's insane.
Nixon
way.
had the WIN program. This is when he was elected, when he was already president. It was whip inflation now, and people would wear WIN pins.
He looks younger
WIN.
there.
Oh yeah, that's the '60s Nixon. Well, it's '72.
He looks way younger.
But yeah, he was young at one time.
This is kind of funny though.
What's next, Spider? There we go.
Yeah.
So here's Caucasus current reality. Going back to the beginning, Caucasus.
Yeah, the Caucasus again. How many times we say Caucasus before? We can say it again. Caucasus.
They know what you mean.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that top list. Look how far down Joe Biden was.
Yeah.
And he ended up as president. Explain that, everyone.
What is
What is
that?
wrong with these people's names? Who named
That is
them?
the
Butt
ranking at the Iowa caucuses in
and
2016.
Butt is number 1.
And
For
Biden
what?
is more than halfway down the list.
What is the
There's no
ranking
way
for?
he should have been where Bernie
Klobuchar?
Sanders should have been.
Yes,
Yeah, look at
it's
that.
ridiculous.
Wait, sorry. What is the ranking for though?
So again, that's ranking of votes that they got. Typically, if you're that far down, you drop out of the race, not become president of the United States.
And he still did.
Yes.
I can't believe it, but yeah.
And they
Whoever
also
that
screwed Bernie over.
Buttigieg is, that he should have won. Never heard of that name before.
Pete Buttigieg?
Oh, Buttigieg. Oh, okay, if you guys have pronounced it properly. But it looks
Yeah,
like
Crazy
Pete
Bernie.
Buttigieg.
What the heck?
I know, Kimberly. I can't say that yet online. All right, we can go on. So I'm showing you more caucuses. It's current reality. The green is what I remember.
more caucuses. Yeah, I remember
There's
the
one.
last election.
There is only one Iowa caucus, by the way. It's not like it's on 2 days or anything. It's one day. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Oh, MSNBC. Oh, are they still?
I am
green?
showing it over time, so to prove that it's not just like recently they changed it. It's always been caucuses. It was always caucus for me. Just one caucus. It's like reindeer. At least in my past, it was.
There's a red boar.
A red.
Red stripe. Yeah.
Where?
The red stripe.
Where? Oh, here.
The
Yeah.
flag. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Jackie, the stars are in line, and there is no star on the USSR flag.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that looks cracked. That's how it always was. Yeah.
No, but there should be a star there above the sickle, above the hammer and the sickle thing.
I don't remember the star there. That's why it's got a
Can we
green
do a
box.
poll after on that White Lotus show? Because I thought it was just White Lotus, but now it's like the White Lotus.
I mean, guys in the chat, if you know what Jackie's talking about, which one do you remember? I don't remember any of them,
Yeah, it's
Jackie.
a TV show.
I've never heard of it.
I
Democrats
don't
for
I
watch
swear it was
Reagan.
just White Lotus. Anyways.
I have
Didn't
not
Reagan
watched
use-
it. The last thing I watched brand new, like as it was currently out, and I still watched it like a couple weeks after it fully ended, was Squid Game. That was the original one, not season 2. I still haven't seen that.
You just
I watched Squid Game. All the episodes were out except for like the last 2. That time I watched it.
Is that by choice?
Wasn't Reagan Republican?
Yeah.
He used to be Democrat.
Oh, cool. So. Maria remembers just yeah, White Lotus.
Okay, I just want to say that there were Democrats for Trump and Democrats for Reagan. He was still a Republican candidate.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying before, I think he used to be Democrat when he was younger.
Yeah, when he was younger, he was a Democrat, yes. But even if he wasn't, there would still be Democrats for them.
That's interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Like
Sandy, do you choose, like, do you want to watch TV or you don't want to?
I don't have time to.
Oh,
if they would let me watch stuff where I can minimize the screen to a little corner of my iPad, sure. But they don't let me. They make me just do nothing. I can't do work and watch stuff, so I don't. I watch YouTube.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
So this is behind Carter. We have broken M's, broken A's, crooked E's.
He was a Democrat.
Broken D. Right, I'm showing these because of the logos that they're wrong. There's no way it was like that back then.
Yeah. He was the worst. He made Canada great again.
You mean what?
He made Canada great again.
Oh my God.
I remember our dollar was higher than yours back when Jimmy Carter was president.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That's when we had the fuel shortages too.
Yeah, that's right.
You just say he's like pretty shitty president, yeah. Sorry.
Carter was
Oh.
I would actually say Carter was like a Green Party candidate. Who just ran as a Democrat. Like he had a lot of green policies that hurt the economy.
So what did he even do?
He was the worst president until Biden came along. Put it that way.
That's crazy.
He was known as the worst president, but I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't.
Cactus.
Because he was
That's
great. He
what
was
should
good for
change.
Canada. I remember we used to go shopping down there. Like, yay.
Crazy
Here,
Bernie.
I'll tell you a couple things. No, don't do that. Let's see. Soviet invasion of Afghanistan took place on his watch. Iranian militants stormed the U.S. embassy in Tehran and took Americans hostage. He faced economic problems, including increases in gasoline prices, rising inflation, and rising unemployment. So here's residue of caucus. There's no the there. Just 2020 Iowa caucus. Yes. Iowa Democratic Presidential Caucus. What is the Iowa caucus and why is it important? Huh?
It just changed for the 24 one, I think, didn't it?
No, it's always been caucuses. Always.
Okay. I remember hearing it. I didn't remember hearing it before just recently.
Okay. Always caucus for me. And now it's caucuses always. There's caucus on the news in the 1960s. On the bottom.
Why do you think residue like this exists?
Yeah.
I just wonder.
Chaos. It's all chaos. Oh, that's
yeah.
Caucus chaos. The whole country's one color. What's that supposed to mean?
They're an airplane.
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
I hear you. You can go on. Iowa caucus on the news again. 1970s.
Who's the guy in the bottom?
That's your caucus.
No, that's
DeSantis.
No, yeah, okay.
DeSantis.
I didn't recognize him.
I forget caucus on the mind. I gotta do DeSantis, not do caucus.
It's okay.
Forget the girl, the lady in the middle. I forget her name.
Oh gosh, shoot. I know who she is. I cannot think of her. Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, remember now. Yeah, Nikki Haley. Yeah, she faded quickly, didn't she?
Yeah.
Jeez, but look at that. 52 to 17 or 15. Like, nowhere near.
Yeah, that's when DeSantis dropped out. He was like, yeah, this is not worth my money.
No, yeah.
Welcome, Alien Big Cat 23.
Who's going to be
says
next?
Elephants have long memories. Is that why it was chosen? I have no idea. I have to look into that. I have no idea why elephants was chosen, but welcome to the 1500 Club.
It's crazy. They all look like Saturday Night Live characters.
They do. They do. Were any of these a Mandela effect for you? Party color switch, candidates using the opposite party colors, Trump's slogan, and communists on the ballot. It's not my history. Not one bit of it.
Just little bits of it.
Nope, none of it. Not a bit. Not a bit. All right, guys, if there's anything you want to talk about before we go, I'm literally taking a puff or two of a cigarette and then putting it out to save it.
Did you get any donuts?
I did not get any donuts, so I need to go. I have to end this.
Cigarette, coffee, and donuts.
A new person in the chat. I see Alex.
I know. Yes, I welcome them, and they are part of the 1500 Club.
Alien Big Cat.
You have an ashtray, right?
I do. That's why I'm smoking. Well, I could smoke butts. I could look.
Some people just do it. Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
outside.
I always had
Oh,
rolling
I
papers.
do.
Just
You do
in
it
case.
outside too.
Yeah.
I will smoke butts.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll end off with me saying I appreciate you having me. I'm gonna have to call it a night. I'm gonna come back later, and it was nice talking to everyone.
It was nice talking to you too. Thank you so much for coming on the mind and
Okay, bye.
staying. You'd be
And who are you?
surprised how many people will not stay when people disagree. So I appreciate it. Thank you the most.
No problem. If you ever need help doing some stuff, I wouldn't mind helping you out because I don't really have much to do. I don't mind helping you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Definitely.
All right,
Talk to you
bye.
later. Bye. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we go?
I want to talk about politics.
All right, as long as it's
I'm
not like
kidding. I'm
destroy.
kidding. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
good.
I knew that one was a joke.
Yeah. Just in case.
I just had to say it.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
that's what it is.
What is what?
Morgan put his Spotify thing in the chat.
Is that why he joined and then left?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. He's a new song there. Time, Doubt, Spirit. Never heard this song before. Interesting.
Bang my elbow. God.
Well, maybe we'll play a couple before we go, but
You're on your last
Salty
cigarette.
Sergio is here. I'm sorry. What did you say?
You're on your last cigarette.
I'm taking puffs of it, and I have a couple butts in my ashtray.
Interesting.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to my list because there's new people jumping in
I
now.
don't know I'm donating.
Salty
Someone
Sergio
else-
is here.
Although I do want to watch those movies now. I love how new movies just pop into reality. I don't even have time to
Parody
watch them.
Mike.
What, the AI movie?
Yeah, I want to watch that and that
Movie's
Jennifer
looking
Lawrence
sad,
one.
though. I'm not gonna lie.
What did you say?
I
Drop?
like sad though. I like sad.
You
Are you
too.
gonna check out that Drop movie?
Oh, guys, we're not leaving right this second. It's
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
hate sad movies.
They're crying. It's like it's so late. It's early. Crying phase. It's okay, guys.
My
We're
bedtime.
not going just yet.
Time
That's why I
schedule,
asked if they had
fuck.
anything they wanted to talk about before we go.
I said I wouldn't talk about politics, but
Quantum, have you seen Black Mirror yet?
yeah,
Like
I've
as
seen
in
it.
like season 7?
I haven't seen a new one. I remember so many
Oh,
episodes. It's crazy.
dude,
was
watch
good.
episode 2 and then let me know what you got.
I
Because
watched the first two
they
seasons.
made 2 oh, sorry.
I think I watched the first 2 seasons and then I got lost or something. Something happened.
It's like a new chapter every time. It's not that kind of show. It's like,
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
Like-
like American Horror Story?
Yeah, like
It's
yeah,
kind
like
of.
that.
or like you know,
Well-
like the Twilight Zone. Every episode's different. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like the new Twilight Zone. That's what it is, basically.
Although
Outer Limits.
it's actually heading in the American Horror Story direction where like they actually merge the it's like all in the same universe kind of concept. So
Yeah.
Black Mirror is becoming that where it's like in the same universe.
Oh,
But
no.
American Horror Story, it's weird that they've done that because it's like it's actually based off real American history. I know, like loosely probably, but you know.
I didn't
Anyway.
know that really.
Yeah, like Murder House and that whole situation. Yeah, that like yeah, I mean if you
watched
want
season 1 and
nightmares.
that's it. I watched
man,
like the
she-
first couple episodes of season
li-
2, and I was like,
what's her name, Sandy? Elizabeth Short? Anyway, Sandy, don't worry, you don't want to think about that. You don't want to think
No.
about that because actually
I
that's
honestly
messed up.
don't know.
Oh yeah, don't want to know. Your history is traumatizing to say the least. That's especially Elizabeth Short story. Wow, what the heck? But anyways,
But I know
yeah,
like the circus one, whatever it was called, that was accurate.
oh,
They
freak
made
show, yeah.
Freak
when the
Show.
guy had like 2 heads
Asylum.
for the lady.
Yep. They
She had
used
2
to
heads.
people like that and
Oh,
put them
Siamese
in
twins, yeah.
circus side freak shows. Yeah.
I would have qualified.
remember-
No, I'm just-
Wait, this
Yeah,
like,
that was
Welcome back,
before,
Whaler Greg.
the one Black Mirror episode is cool. Like you get to choose what happens. Like make it like you can like choose like the remote, like what decision he makes.
yeah. So
It's
this
like-
is an interactive
Right here.
type of season as well. But episode 2 is a Mandela Effect episode. So they've actually made 2 different versions of that episode, so people get different, like Barney's chicken. I'm just gonna tell you, like, I'm not spoiling anything because you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it as soon as you watch the episode. Like, although I didn't even really notice
So
How
they
it.
just
far is that
released
is
it.
into it? That episode
What?
you're talking about? Episodes. I mean, what
Wait,
season?
is it on Netflix
Oh,
now?
season 7. Season 7.
Oh,
So
okay.
the new yeah, every episode. Well, I haven't seen the last episode yet, but like so far, every episode is been pretty interesting. But I do like the Mandela Effect one the best. Although Hotel Reverie is actually really surprisingly that was pretty good. But anyways, yeah, like the Mandela Effect one, they've made 2 different versions. So you might start out with Barney's chicken, or you may start out with Bernie's. So everyone gets like a different, anyways. But yeah, it's actually a little bit lame, their explanation, to be honest. But hey, it's a start. They're bringing it into media. Yeah, it's a start.
Yeah. I think the one episode was funny where they were like they're rating people like popularity. Or I don't know if you watched that one. They had like the rating on their head, like on the phone they can see.
Oh yeah, I remember the VR one. That was so weird. Oh my god, do you remember the VR one?
If you
Where like those guys would like date in the VR world as girls or something. I'm like, what?
It was like
That
the
was
2
so-
friends, and when they ended up like the game, they were girls, and they were like together.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so weird. I'm like,
What the fuck? Yeah, I was like,
What?
oh my god.
I was like watching the episode with my brother. We were like, what the fuck is this?
I know. That would have been so weird to watch with your bro.
And then I like the wife was fine with it in the end. I'm like, that's so weird. Like, why are you okay with that? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, it was so weird.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't know. People might be doing that now. I don't know what the hell people are doing.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't have a VR, so I don't know what's going on. I've used one though recently. My sister has one, so it does feel real. I mean, it's getting there.
Yeah, but I'm
We
like, I
have
don't
a
understand. Does that make them gay though? I don't know.
What?
We're talking about all
Does
different TV shows
Sorry,
in
go
the
ahead.
chat now. No, I'm just laughing. That's all. Come on, guys.
I said, does that make them gay? Like, if they're going in the VR and they're both girls? Like, I don't understand.
Oh yeah, I feel like it makes it. Didn't they get together or something? In
Yeah, I was
real,
like-
like
It's weird. I was like, they only are together if they're in the video game, so maybe they're not. I don't know.
I thought they met up or something from memory. I don't know. It's been a while. I didn't even watch it twice, so I don't remember. I thought they met up and like were like gay together or something behind.
No, they were
like making out. I literally think they ended up like full doing it and like behind their wife's back. I was like, what is happening? It was literally I did not expect that at all.
It was like the friend, and that there were 2 friends that like knew each other for years, and like the one guy was married, the other guy was like his friend, and then they just got the VR game, and the one guy's like he's still a dude, but he's like a different person, and the other guy's a girl, and they end up like I don't know, I don't even want to say it, but
Oh no.
yeah. I was just like, what? I was like, what the hell is this? Me and my brother were watching it, like this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Was that a Black Mirror episode?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was even weird for Black Mirror. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I gotta watch it because I enjoyed the first 2 seasons, and then all of a sudden they took
remember
too
the
long
episode
from
of
the
the
third one
pig.
or something.
I don't know.
I lost track.
The politician.
Did you see Joni's Awful Quantum?
No,
The most recent season before this.
no. Was
Like,
it?
it was the last.
Maybe I might know, but like, what was it about? So I might remember.
Oh, Joni's Awful. So like, it starts off where she's like watching herself on TV, like a TV show. It's like an AI thing, and she's like really upset that her life is on the TV. Like literally everything she does is like on. Oh yeah, so then Netflix in Black Mirror, then Netflix is called Streamberry. I think it's. And like yeah, she's watching it on Streamberry, and like everything she does is on that, and then like it just kind of spirals into like all these different universes of like, and the real Joan, there's like a base where there's like a real Joan. But I think even there's like a level above that or something. But
Is it like similar,
it's like
similar to the Bandersnatch one, kind of, or no? Where it's like
I'm not
you're
sure.
choosing it.
Oh, you don't like interact with this one, but like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, basically like she's watching herself, and then herself, like that actress is watching someone else, and like there's like all these different Joans. There's like all these different Joans, and she's like, "What? I'm not the real Joan." Like, no, you're not the real Joan. There's Source Joan, and like it's like a coding matrix, like type thing, and like Michael Cera's in it as like he explains, the coding side of it until he gets punched in the face.
Is that the dude from
But
Superbad or no?
what is
The
it?
movie for Superbad, is that the dude? I forgot.
Oh
Michael.
yeah, Michael Cera. Yeah, right. Yeah, Superbad. Yep, that guy. He's hilarious. Yeah, I've always liked Michael.
Yeah, he can be. Yep.
Welcome back,
McLovin.
Mike. And hello, Rick.
Lovin'.
McLovin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
McLovin.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, why the fuck did you choose McLovin? Yeah, he was funny in that movie,
Oh,
Joe.
good times.
Oh, that was a good movie. That was well done. It was funny.
Yeah, it
They're like
was.
they're
Yeah.
like 25 years old playing high schoolers. I'm like, right, they look like adults.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
They look older than me, and they're like the same age as me in that movie.
Yeah.
There's two mics here. Sorry, Michael Fontaine and Parody Mike. I should specify because there's two mics in the chat.
It's confusing, Sandy.
Yes, I'm confusing them.
It's all in your head. I hate when someone tells me that.
I hate that too.
I'm like, I know what I saw. Like, I saw it 1,000 times. Like, stop.
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree 100%. It's infuriating.
I don't get as mad as I used to, but it was just like, at first I was just like, oh my God. Like, I shouldn't have to explain like what I saw for a year. I don't know. It's like, what do they want me to say? Like, I was just hallucinating for all these years. And that's what it was.
No, they want you to say that you remembered wrong, which we do
makes
say
sense.
when we
Like,
actually remember wrong.
I remember the dumbest one was like the autocorrect spelling one they do. They always do that. Like with
What do you
Fruit
mean?
Loops. They were like,
So what do you mean by autocorrect?
auto spelling correct. Like, they think like if you see it spelled wrong, the only reason you remember it spelled correctly is because you're auto correcting.
Typos.
Yeah. But then I'm like thinking, that doesn't make sense because I would have to see it spelled wrong in the first place in order for me to do that and know it to be that way. Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Exactly,
So I'm like, I was like, they like say things and they just don't like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, how does that even add up? Like, that makes no sense. I don't know. And also, like, if nothing was different, like, why would we assume it to be different when we, like, I don't know. Like, if it was always that way, there'd be nothing to think of, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that's, like, when I looked at, like, because I look at these products changing before even knowing what this was. And I just didn't think anything of it at the time. I thought it was just a company update. But if it's always the same. Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
I can wait. No, mine's not a Mandela. Go ahead.
Oh, I said why would I notice the change if it never changed? Like, I don't understand. Like why would I think otherwise? It's different if it's always the same.
Exactly. But they don't think, like, most skeptics don't have the ability to think further. Like, they think it like a surface level and then they stop at a certain point, and they just don't, like, it's weird. It's strange.
Like the Fruit of the Loom one, I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, why are they all remembering like a cornucopia? Like, why isn't like anything else? Like, you ever like realize that? Like any other item, they don't think of like a fruit bowl or like a platter or nothing like that. It's always just, it don't make any sense.
Always cornucopia, always.
But like anytime I ask someone, that's all they, and I don't even ask them if they remember a cornucopia, because I just ask them what does it look like, and they tell me themselves. So it's not power suggestion, like that's stupid bullshit. So I just asked them a simple question, and I remember asking my friend. He's like, don't trick me. I'm like, I'm not tricking you. I'm asking you a question. What do you remember? Like, just tell me. Like, what do you mean tricking you? 'Cause he knows like what I'm doing. Like, how am I tricking him up if I'm just asking him a question? Like, what do you remember? It's all I'm asking you. I don't know. It's so weird.
No, we get it all the time.
Yeah, I'm
We get
just
it
like,
all the time. That's why I stopped asking people in my real life.
I
Because
want to ask though, because I just like sometimes I just want to talk about it. But everyone's like, you always talk about it. I was like, no, I don't. I never talk about it. It's like it won't let me.
I'm surprised they don't say, well, you do in your other timeline. Oh my God. No, I'm saying like stupid people coming
A
back
lot
at
of
you
them like
and you throw in the Mandela effect in your face. I'm surprised they don't do that. They get
no.
that
Sometimes
aggressive and angry sometimes.
it's like I don't know, but I know like they're not like rude about it. They just like kind of just don't like they just don't want to talk about it. But like then my brother like called me up and he started talking about it. I was like, yo, what are you doing? I said, you said you don't want to talk about this. Now you're calling me up. I was like, and I said, if you start doing this and I start mentioning it again, don't get mad at me. You brought it up. Like, just saying. Because he was listening to Frank Sinatra's song and it was like different from what he remembered. He's like, I think I found one. And I was just like, right, don't start with me. Because anytime I bring it up again, you're going to do the same shit saying you don't want to talk about it.
So wait, is there one with Frank Sinatra or was he making it up?
He wasn't making it actually wasn't a Mandela effect. It was just a different version of the song. So like I said to him, I said, well, make sure it's it's not that, and it's very easy to find out. Just look up all his songs, and you can see but it wasn't consistent. It was like two versions of the song. So, but he like the fact that he would like call me up and tell me that, I'm just like, I guess he's like getting someone interested in it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's better than nothing.
yeah, I mean, he's not like dismissive over it, but he's just like he don't like try to like dismiss it, but he just not like it just doesn't he doesn't like want to think about it. It freaks him out. So I don't know. But then sometimes he mentions it to me, and I'm just like, listen, like I could talk hours about it, but then when I start talking about it, he like loses his train of thought. He's just like, I don't understand. He's like, what does it got to do with me? And I'm just like, oh my God. I was like, why do they always say that? Like, what does it got to do with me? I was like, what do you mean? I don't understand. That makes no sense to me.
Joey's favorite
I don't
thing is,
understand.
yeah,
Like, what
but
does it got to do
why?
with me? I was like, I never said it had anything to do with you. What did I like? I don't know.
I think that's the same question Joey's asking when he says, yeah, but why? Why does this matter?
I don't know. I mean,
Why does it matter?
it's reality
Yeah.
changing. What's there
They
not
don't.
like the
They don't.
matter about it? Like, I'm not saying it's a
Yeah.
bad thing, but it's like cool. It's like good to acknowledge this because if you're asking me questions, he was asking me like, "Do you think we live in a matrix?" I'm like, dude, don't fucking ask me this question when I always talk about this stuff, and then you want to not talk about it. Like, don't. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right," and then he just like stops talking about it. I'm just like, I don't understand. It's like he wants to talk about it, then once he hears it, it freaks him out, and he just doesn't want to hear it. So like, it's not like he's not interested. It's just, I don't know.
They're too sensitive.
Yeah.
Some people are just too sensitive. They can't handle it. They're like, I don't even understand how you can be like that. But anyway.
The Mandela Effect subreddit is like full of trolls, and they're like,
Yeah, I know.
the moderators are actually for them. Like they were like, what was I saying? They were like actually like letting them insult people, and the one like somebody called them out saying like you shouldn't be like insulting someone. They're like warning. I'm like warning. Like what do you mean? Like I'm telling them not to insult somebody.
Yeah.
Like what?
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw that today.
You can't talk about it. They like all they do is like troll. That's all they do.
The mods are screwed on like both subs, like Retcon and Mandela Effect. So like the mods are better on Retcon, but on the Mandela Effect sub, they're absolutely messed up. And like on Retcon, I got banned just for posting about Twilight, and then Eva said like if she blocked me, then I'd probably get blocked again because I can't control my upset or I like don't control it sometimes or whatever. I'm like, People just need to stop acting ridiculous over a Mandela effect. Like, it's not the end of the world. They don't need to like lose their minds. Like, it's completely unnecessary. Like, just agree and move on. Like, anyways, I don't get it.
Yeah.
They're just
It's
crazy.
like they were like
bunch
trying
of
to.
kids.
I remember I was talking about the SpongeBob one with their guitar. Like it was different. I don't know if you know
Oh
that
yeah,
one. So
yeah,
they
I
were
know.
like telling me
Yeah, I remember.
I was confusing it with the Band Geeks episode. I'm just like no, because I remember the guitar being like white V shaped and like double neck brace, and Sandy's
Yeah,
guitar is like purple, and it's like
yeah,
not even the same what I remember. And they're like telling me that's why.
exactly,
I'm like, if you look at the guitar now,
exactly.
it's a peanut. It looks
It's a
nothing like
freaking.
it.
It was never a peanut.
It's
It was
A
never a freaking.
peanut.
yeah,
It was
it's a
never a
peanut.
peanut. I
His
literally
guitar.
watched this movie in cinemas. I love that movie. I watched it many times. I had it on DVD or
It was
whatever
a white
video
V-shaped
was.
guitar. It was double neck brace, and now
It
it's a
was a peanut.
peanut, and it looks nothing like what I remember. I'm like, I've never seen it like that until last year.
Exactly.
And then they're telling me I'm
Exactly.
confusing it with Band Geeks. I'm like, bro, I didn't pay attention to like that episode.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, stop.
Exactly.
And on Retcon,
Yeah, I
they're doing
remember
it.
the movie. I watched the movie more than like I didn't watch many episodes the
Yeah.
second time around, but I watched that movie over and over again. It was definitely not a peanut. What the hell?
Like, wouldn't I see it right in front of my face? That's all I'm saying. I'm just like, I don't understand what's their like when they say confusion. I'm like, why wouldn't I just see it right there? Like, what's hard about it? It's right there. Like, and why is it all? I don't know. It doesn't look anything how I remember. So it's crazy.
So
But yes, that's like they were like the moderators banned me. I remember like for a little bit. I was like, because I called them out. I said, why aren't you like removing the trolls? And they're like, and they said like warning, like we don't like your attitude. And I was like, all right, whatever. They said they said an attitude problem. I was like,
oh, they're all government plants like aim to like protect the matrix, and they're just if you try to like say anything that exposes what's going on, they're just like, oh, shut down. I don't know, it's ridiculous.
yeah.
I mean, not to now, I'm just joking, but yeah.
I love when they talk about psychology. I'm like, these people don't know this first thing about fucking psychology. Like, I'm sorry. I like most of them don't. They get like these stupid articles and then they post it on like Reddit. I'm like, what does this got to do with anything? Like, it's like the thing is like a lot of them they go in like loopholes and say like your brain can make things up, and I'm just like, okay, but what does that got to do with people remembering the same thing? Like that doesn't like they're not explaining how that happens. Like you tell me I can remember something wrong, like that it doesn't make sense. Like what does that got to do with anything? Like why are they all doing the same way? You know,
Why we all have the same memories?
Yeah, like
not all, but
like,
a lot of us share the same memories.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying you can't have bad memory. I never said that. But I'm just saying, why is it the same? Like, why is it the same? They can't tell you because they don't know.
Exactly.
Like,
that's the biggest argument to give.
They
to
don't
them.
know. They say it's solved, but they said themselves they don't know what's causing it. So I'm like, what do you mean? You just said you don't know what's causing it. How is it solved? You just said you don't know. Like in the articles, they're literally saying we don't know what's causing this. I'm just like, so it's not solved. Like, I don't know.
Unless they mean, oh, it's been solved because it's just misremembering. No.
How is it? But they're not explaining how it's happening. Like they're just. I don't understand. Like how. Like if at first when you first look at it, I get maybe that's if you like look at a couple that don't resonate with you. That's why they shouldn't be calling it the Mandela effect. Number one, because not everyone remembers him dying in prison. So that right there already puts it already turns people off because they don't like. Oh, well, I don't remember that, so I'm not going to look into it. That's what it's going to be like. So.
Splatter, can you grab that link from the chat?
Okay. Yep.
All right. Thank you.
No, it's exactly why I avoided it for 2 years because I had nothing to do with the Berenstein Bears. It bugged me. Whenever I looked up the Mandela effect, I came up with Berenstein Bears. 2 years I avoided because of that.
Yeah, their argument for that is Berenstein's a more common name, and I'm like, yeah, but Wasn't like that concert? There was like it was controversial. Like if it was Berenstein Bears, like the pronunciation, wasn't
yeah, that's
it?
what the mind
Yeah.
was
So like
saying. I thought, or
like
I think.
why would they have why would that be controversial if it's always been Berenstein? Like what's the? I don't understand that. Like,
Exactly.
I don't make any sense.
It makes it Jewish.
I never heard the name Berenstein. I mean,
What'd you send, Sandy? Where?
In the actual chat, the mind says he has a song and it's a Mandela Effect song. He wants us to play it. In the actual chat on YouTube.
Okay. Actual chat. So far up. Right there, this one? The mind? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we've already played Morgan's song.
Good night, Maria. Maria ran out of battery.
Oh, that happens, I guess. Night, Maria. You can still hear me. I don't know.
I'm running out of nicotine.
We're gonna put it. I'll put it over here.
That's
and then
my
it's working,
battery.
right? Okay. Paste. Okay. Is it paste? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Oh no, is it gonna
is
work?
my camera on or off?
It's not working.
It's on right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, maybe I need to get rid of that. I don't know. I copied it wrong.
You could turn it off if you don't want it on.
Oh, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
If you don't care, it's on. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There we are. That'll do it. I copied it wrong. I put it in a slant. Paste. There. I think. No. No, we'll try it. It's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working. No, it's going gray. Well, you see in the chat. Oh, no, hang on a second.
You didn't copy the whole thing. You forgot the YouTube part.
Do I need that part?
Yes, you need HTTPS
Oh.
:// YouTube period
okay.
BE
I
/
yeah. Okay, we'll try again. Okay, I see that. I didn't see the HTTPS.
I got you.
If I did, I would have grabbed it, but I didn't. So, okay, there we go. There we go. Private chat. Paste. There we go. Okay, now we want me to share the song, obviously, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And don't forget about Morgan's stuff here.
I know.
The Spotify thing. Okay.
I know. I'm not gonna play. I'm only gonna play one of Morgan's. Like I can't play a ton of songs.
Oh, I know. You're going to bed and stuff too. You're smoking and stuff. I understand. I'm just like saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying. Well, it's really short. This thing here. You.
How long was the show on for? Because I know I just came in like
8 hours 49 minutes.
Yeah, we were only supposed to be 4.5 hours maximum. We said we started the show.
We always aim for 4 hours, and then it always ends up super long.
That's crazy.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll play it now.
Well, I gotta put you on the screen.
Right.
That is LJ with the kazoo with the song that never ends. Well,
Yeah,
the
I know.
song, which is a Mandela. It's the song that doesn't end now. It was the song that never ends, and she made the show that never ends.
Oh yeah.
LJ, we're putting a song on the screen. The Mind's Mandela song. We're coming back, guys. We're just playing the song first.
Yeah, it's really short.
This is from the Mind.
You ready?
Mute up, guys. Mute up for the song, please.
Even now I can feel it, something buried deep inside, watching me waiting, silently saying, I believe we have begun a journey of awakening that will connect us to our heritage and show us the path to our destiny. 1, 2, 3, I believe you and me, we can be oh so free, yes indeed. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe you and me, we can be oh so free, yes indeed. 1, 2, 3, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. We are copies of clones, standing on the shoulders of giants, headed to places unknown, screaming out in defiance. We are not the compliance. We are the lightning and the thunder, the fire that is under the ground. We're all around. We are the H to the O. And if we can't dodge it, we ram it. Bust out a chokehold and slam it. Flip our problems on their face and kick them straight through the planet. Man, hold up. We got orders from above to take you alive. So don't be surprised if these verses take a tumble or night. If you try to deny the pretty ugly truth I spit in these rhymes, I'm going blind. What are the end times? What are the end times? Berenstein, what is this world? I can't define mysteries in my mind, going backward and forward in time. These memories got me remembering all sorts of things. Know what I mean? I'm living in a dream. There's so many years in our eyes we can't see, so we forget who we are and where we went. I am holding back my own truth from being you. Does I make this crazy? My baby crazy. I just realized why we can and cannot see, cause we are hugging each other so tightly.
That was good. It was nice and relaxing too. I liked it. You guys are all muted up still.
Yeah, no, my mic turns off.
Oh, mine didn't turn off. I had to mute.
Well, I have a on and off switch on my mic, so whenever I need to, I turn my mic off.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna be.
Just eating, so
And now what?
I'll be back in a minute.
Stop sharing.
Now I'm gonna be looking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. You're welcome. Thank you for letting us play it. I'm making sure I have everybody that I can see in the chat on my list.
That was banging. Banging. I'm going to take care of my cat.
How do you see the chat? I can't see it.
Oh, I'm on my iPad. On the phone, I can't see it.
Okay.
Like I can't. I when I'm like on Hero, or I go on Propagate, I join with my phone, and then I go on YouTube on my iPad so I can see the chat. So I use two devices.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't even. I like deleted the YouTube app. Like I don't know why. I just wanted to like get off it, but then I don't know. I can't get it back right now. It's like, because like my card isn't updated, so like I have to like look it up on like Safari, and on my phone I can't comment or anything. I have to go on the iPad and do it. So I don't know.
It's because it's so you have to log into StreamYard. That's why you have to create an account in order to see the chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Turn that off, I guess.
All right, guys, I'm doing the shout out right now.
Okay.
Tonight we had Splatter 420, of course. We had Sag Arm Mandela Effect on the stream. Pushing Button 62 was here earlier. Jackie McCarron's on the stream. Oh shoot, hold on a second, guys. All right. We had Everjosh on the stream and in the chat.
Yeah, being real quiet.
Everjosh left. He's not here.
Oh. Yeah.
That's why he's so quiet.
That'll do it.
Noel was here. We also had Sanctuary Seeker, Tiniest Squish Sarapagi, The Mind, Kimberly F, Propagate, Go Kart Bob, Jim TTX, Connie Wood was here. I haven't seen her in so long. Tarnation, Ben, Mr. Super Sidewinder, Red Storm, Renee Cruz, Ryugami Mikado, Supernatural Bible Changes, Sheriff of YouTube, Noise Guru, Dabbing Good, William Eason, Cosmic Joke Chronicles, Blue Riders DG, Ken Raz, Neo Freak 91X, Schneider, Ken's F Caravan Life, Geek, Jessica S, Julie, Voy, Travis Joe, Philo Fire, Cold Case, which was Everjosh, Blue Pac-Man, Preliminal, Angels Don't Fall, Bomber, Alone, Christine, T-Bone, Maria, Rodney Letman, Salty Sergio, Parody Mike, In the Studio, Alien Big Cat 23. Rick Sanchez. Post anything too. Is anyone else in the chat that I didn't call out right now? Say my name. Say my name. This is Kimberly. All right, guys. I am going to be calling in tonight. I'm smoking butts now.
Jeez.
Oh, it was just stressful for a little while, so I was chain smoking. But I want to thank you all for being here. LJ, Quantum,
Sandy, you
Jose.
smoke weed too or no?
No, I'm not allowed to. If I do, I lose my medicine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to choose here.
I just said Kimberly up because it says say my name.
I smell it everywhere now because everybody's a pothead.
Yeah, I smell it outside all the time.
Trust me, I hate the smell. Oh my god.
For what, tobacco?
No, weed.
No, the wacky tobacco.
Oh, I love that.
Even though I used to do it a lot, I hate it now.
I can't smell it. I can't stand the smell of tobacco. It just turns my stomach. Oh.
I don't like that either, but
yeah. I want to thank everybody for being here. Some of you have been here all night. Kimberly's been here all night. And I know Ken Raz was here and in the studios here earlier and came back.
Yep.
But I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you that fell asleep on the stream and left the show playing. Very much appreciated. And that's fine, Michael. That's okay. Thank you anyway. And even if you just came in at the end, I'm happy you're here. Thank you so much for coming. And guys, is there anything you want to say before we go out? There's a new intro, a new outro, by the way.
Oh
wait, did I upload it? Oh my God, wait a minute. Keep talking. I forgot to upload it. Keep talking. You guys talk about Jackie. Talk about something.
Thank you.
Let's talk about politics.
Thank you, Michael.
Sorry, I gotta stop. It's not funny anymore.
Like in shutdown mode.
Yeah, I talked to the surgeon in the hospital on the 23rd. So,
guys, we're not ending just this second. I'm clicking it just to see if it's the right one. Okay, I just want to see if it's the right one. It's clicking over and over. It's the right one. Okay, it's there. Oh boy.
That's real nice, Michael. I appreciate it.
That is. Right now, we have to say prayers that they give him an operation date next week.
Yeah. I got to go into more machines first.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kimberly, especially in that middle part.
Well, at least they made the appointment really soon. I mean, I was looking forward to 2 to 4 weeks, and I got it like next week, just like that. Bang! That's cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I have a cat on my stomach. She's saying hi.
Oh,
you
can't move.
Probably wants breakfast.
Well, you can't move. You can't go anywhere. You got a cat on your lap.
Yep, I can't move. She's probably wanting breakfast. So.
My cat always calls me. Oh my god.
Oh, see, no, she doesn't have a voice. And I'm going to tell you something I learned that's probably what happened to her, which is very upsetting. So, when she meows, it's super high pitched and super, super, super quiet. If you have a TV on, you can't hear it. Like, it's so quiet. And I learned something absolutely horrible, and I'm praying to God it didn't happen to her. That the shelters will clip their vocal cords.
No, Sandy. Oh, that's
no.
I know, it's horrible, but I think that's what happened to her. She doesn't have a meow. It's like, I can't even do it. It's so high pitched. It's like, like that, like really high pitched.
That's so terrible. That's messed up.
They're fucked up, the shelters.
What the fuck?
I remember my cat used to always go outside, and then we lost her 3 times because they would pick her up. Oh, no. And I'm just like, We found her at the shelter, and she got sick just being there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I don't know.
Well, I'm glad
It's
she's
messed-
here now.
That's so.
3. She was missing like 6 months one time, and freaking neighbors like I'm like, bro, she's across the street the entire time. I'm like,
Oh,
There's
wow.
a poster right now on the pole in front of my house,
yeah.
and the cat looks like the male version of Lula, and the woman who lost the cat swears someone took her in, and I think they did because I didn't see any dead cats that got hit by a car or anything. The cat just disappeared, so I'm guessing the cat got taken in by somebody.
You don't have coyotes?
No, I'm in the city.
This is
No,
kind of
so am
off
I.
topic. But, all right,
We
sorry.
got coyotes. We had some visiting not too long ago, howling out the back of my window.
Oh yeah, no. The biggest I see squirrels, and I saw a raccoon one time. That's it.
That's probably because my city is the city of parks. It has to be parked every 3 blocks or something like that.
We have that too.
Coyotes are in inner cities. They're very stealthy, and they live in
Oh yeah,
inner cities. They come out
there's a
at night.
sign out the back now. It says what you do if coyotes come near. You get big and make noise, and yeah.
That might be a West Coast thing or a mountain thing, or it's not a Philadelphia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never
it
heard of
probably
it.
is. They're in New York City. They're in almost every city. They're very stealthy. They're very good at adapting to human environments.
I gotta look that up. I know, but I gotta look that up. I've never heard of coyotes in Philly.
Yeah, you'll find articles about it and videos about it. Yeah.
What is it again?
Coyotes?
No way. They're present in Philly.
They live in inner cities. They live in urban areas. They're very stealthy and they adapt to human environments.
Yeah, like since I'm in Jersey, I've never seen one until last year, and like honestly, I don't see them a lot. So I was like, what I thought it was a fucking dog.
They can be all around you and you don't know they're there. They're real stealthy. They'll like mainly gravitate toward parks.
I thought it was a lost dog at first. It looks sick.
They'll come out at night and sleep in the day, but they've been found like on subways. You know, they'll turn up from time to time. They live in inner cities, but people don't know they're there. You could have them around you, and you won't even know they're there.
That's crazy.
I thought it was a dog. It scared the shit out of me.
We do have the largest park in like the United States, Fairmount Park. So it could be in Fairmount Park.
Yeah. They're going to be mainly in the park, but they'll go into the streets as well.
Are they like violent kind of or no? I mean,
they are. Sarah, recently, I've never even heard of this before, but Sarah Shihai, she posted that a coyote, she heard it take her dog, and she was just heartbroken. Her kids were heartbroken. Like, imagine hearing your dog getting taken by whatever the hell a coyote is, like freaking.
I don't even want to think about that because we know what happened to it. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to hear about it.
Well, yeah, well,
what
I'm saying is, like, it needs to be dealt with. You need to deal with it. Like, get the puppies out and get rid of him. Like, especially if I ever heard that they were taking a cat, oh, man. See you later, they'd be all gone.
They're a breed of wild dog, and they are unlimited. You can hunt them in an unlimited manner. You can shoot at
I know in Pennsylvania they have.
But they keep increasing in spite of that. Even though there's an unlimited hunting allowance on them, they're still increasing.
It's messed up.
That's why they're in cities, because they're just overpopulated, so they're just everywhere. They're in suburbs and cities.
You guys aren't gonna believe this. I was saying I don't even want to hear about it, and my mic and earpiece cut off instantly. And
I'm sorry, Sandy. I didn't.
No. It's not that. It's the fact that it's like my microphone said okay and shut off. It was so weird.
I don't want to hear this.
That is weird.
I had to click the button like to make like when you end a call to make the sound come back. That's so weird.
It's like you controlled it.
Oh man, catnapping nut bar. That's not.
That's why I don't watch the news. I never want to hear anything bad. Nothing.
Hey Sandy, I just sent you something there in the messenger.
Well, they talk about negative shit.
I think it's a messenger.
Go in the messenger.
Yep.
Oh, there it goes. I'm reading it. Hold on. Oh, the coyote sighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen one here. I've never seen a sighting. I've never seen nothing.
Yeah, you may
And
not.
supposedly they're here.
People don't see them. Like you could live in New York City all your life and never see one, but they're there.
I
They're
was
very,
shocked to see it in Jersey. Like I would
they
never
hunt at
think
night.
this.
They sleep in the day. And they can
Yeah,
be
but
a
you'd
couple.
think there'd be something on the news, something.
I've seen reports. I've seen news reports. I mean, not national news reports,
Well,
but
they're out in the day sometimes. One of them almost walked right up to me until I stuck my arms out. Like,
I know, like Pennsylvania has bears. I know they do.
yeah, we do. We do have bears.
we have
like,
everything.
like
Can you
especially.
call? Wait. In the chat, Dr. Bob, can you call the cops? Like, can you prove that's your cat? Like, everyone had their cats stolen. It's crazy.
What?
All you need is a picture. Show a picture of the cat and say it's my cat. Do you have a picture?
My God.
That's what I did when my cat was missing. I was like, yeah, it's my fucking cat. I got a picture right here, and I showed it.
Yeah, sure.
My cat
4
doesn't go
people's
by
cats? That's messed up. A woman should be in prison.
Oh yeah.
100%.
You know what they did? They took my cat for 6 months, and then they had the audacity saying, "Oh, we're gonna give you the medical bills to pay." I'm like, "You picked up the cat. Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
we never told you to pick up the cat. Like, thanks for making your responsibility, but we're not paying that. Thank you."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, what?
Thank you for what you did, but it's my cat. See ya.
Yeah, for 6 months we put flyers. We're like, I don't know. We thought we knocked at like every door, but we guess we missed them. They were across the street the entire time. My cat, 6 months.
Yeah, but you're gonna say they didn't see the flyers for 6 months?
That's what my mom said. Like my mom says, we put flyers around everywhere, and you didn't see it, and then now you're asking me to pay the medical bills. Like, no,
How did you find out?
We were taking a walk, and my brother's just like, the cat was named Hershey, so we're like, that's Hershey up there, and I was like, nah, and we're like, oh shit, is it? We're like, oh my god, it is. So like, because we couldn't find her, so we knocked on the door, and we're like, we think you have our cat, and then we saw her right there, and they're like, oh, okay, well, can you prove it? And we're like, well, yeah, like we'll give you. I showed my DSI, I had all the pictures of her, so they gave it to us, but then they were like, a couple days later, they're like, okay, so here's like the medical bills for the vet, and my mom's like, what? Like medical? She's like, medical bills. She's like, you picked up the cat. Like, why would you
stole our cat for 6 months? There's flyers everywhere. The cat obviously was not dirty. It was a collar. Like,
we have a
serious,
license for. I mean, now you need like a fucking license for a cat, but so like it was our cat, but they were just like, I remember like everybody in that neighborhood was so weird. They were like couldn't do anything. Like everybody was like had these rules. And I remember like one guy called the cops on me because the bouncy ball hit his car. I'm like, this whole fucking neighborhood. I was like, what the hell is this neighborhood? I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Did
Everybody
you have
sucks.
an HOA? Were you living in an HOA? A homeowners association? Did you have one of those?
I don't know. It was just like it was like an apartment complex.
You would know if you had one. They do that to people. They're like communists if you have one of them.
Yeah, they were just like everyone was like real. Like I remember I was like trying to like I don't know. We get bored. Like me and my friends would build like a fort. And like can't do that. I'm like can't do anything. I can't do anything. Like
there's a board. There's an official board, and they make rules for the neighborhood. And they make stupid, ridiculous rules.
And HOA is the worst thing you could ever.
You have to have certain colors of curtains. And you can't. It's absolutely ridiculous.
They called and the one lady called the cops.
They tell you like, well, some people do move into neighborhoods and find out later, but you'll usually get some kind of paperwork about the HOA. You usually have to sign off on the rules.
My mom went off though. She screamed the whole neighborhood. I was laughing. So funny.
But it could have been just the people. You might not have had an HOA. It might have just been the people themselves.
They're fucking nuts, these people. Like, it was like, I don't know, like it was just that kind of place where everyone was like kind of older. I feel like, so they were like very like I don't know, like you couldn't like do it like anytime there's like kids around, and we were like teenagers, but like they just didn't like it, like anyone being around there. So I don't
Was it
know.
like one?
I agree,
like
Kimberly.
A typical New,
What's up?
was it like a typical New Jersey development with the windy roads?
Wait, say it again.
Was it like a typical New Jersey development, like one of those developments where you go in and there's like it's got a name?
Yeah.
Then you had an HOA.
Oh, yeah.
Just checking.
It was like it was. I don't know. But
Yeah, you always have to find that out before you move someplace. Does it have an HOA? Because
I mean, we left. I mean, thank God. I was like, hate this place.
That's why
Make you hate it.
Because they have an HOA. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think Jersey in general is a nice place. It's just I mean, everywhere is gonna have places that are like, this is how it is.
No, Kenra's not gated. Just it has a name. There's no gate. It's just the developments in New Jersey have names.
Yeah,
Like there was Alluvium.
they
There
call
was
it Britain Place. That's what it's called.
Britain Place. There you go. So yeah, they just have a name.
They have those in
So
most
weird.
states. They have those.
The next
around.
place was Jennifer Court, and then like Franklin Square was one of them.
Yeah, they just have names.
Yeah,
You're
and
kidding me, huh?
also. what was
And
the
then
other
it was easy. Like when you had friends in school.
one? Yeah.
Where do you live? I didn't have this. Where I lived, there weren't developments. But as you
Our mom-
moved further away from Philly, and I guess further north as well, you got more and more developments.
I mean, Philly. My mom lived South Philly. So there was like 17th Street. There was like 19th. I think it was like kind of different. That's how it was, right? I mean, how it is now. Still,
Yeah.
it's not like it's like the city's different. It's like there's different streets, but it isn't like they all have like a name for like I don't know. As far as I know.
What do you mean? Oh
Like,
no,
it's
there's
just-
there is like there is.
Usually
South
people
Philly
just
is
call it, like-
separated into different neighborhoods.
Yeah, like people just call it 17th Street or like 10th Street. That's what like they would always call it.
Yeah, but 17th Street goes from South Philly to North Philly.
Yeah,
So
it
there's
does.
it's the side streets that matter the most. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to go to like 2nd Street, and it was so bad.
Aw, look at you.
And it was always what?
It was so bad. I used to hang around there. It was just I don't know. Like everybody got in trouble.
Yeah, 2nd Street is known for trouble.
It was like they call it like I don't know. It was like I went there, and it was like typically like Irish neighborhood or something. That's what they would call it. But that's what they would say.
Neighborhood.
And like I used to go there with my cousin, and everybody's always getting in trouble, and I was like involved with them, and like I don't know, I wasn't even doing nothing, but like you're with someone who gets in trouble, like
Association.
you're involved. That's how it works, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guilt by association.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I didn't even like the people I was hanging around with. They were like, I don't know. It was my cousin's friends. So I don't know. I feel like 17th Street's like nicer though. It's like I guess.
Kimberly was an HOA Nazi.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's when you go in and get your cat back.
Wait, what?
She had her cat taken too by a neighbor. That's horrible.
Yeah, that is.
Like seriously, that's just horrible.
I know. They're like your pets. I mean, not your pets. They're like your family, like your babies. At least that's the way I treat mine. Mine are no different than
I understand. Could you just get
member.
like the pictures of the cat and show it?
Yeah, you could. That's what I'm saying. Call the cops if you know where
That's
your
what I
cat
did.
is.
All I did was show them a picture. I'm like, this is
How
my
long
fucking
ago?
cat, and they gave it to me.
How long ago has it been? That's the thing.
Don't matter. Give pictures of the cat. It's yours.
No, he's asking how long ago it was when your cat was taken.
Oh, I mean, she missed it a few times. It was like maybe like 5-6 years ago, I think. She's been missing for like six months.
I would have been hysterical. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I was sad. I was like, you know, because she just passed away like this year, but I had her since I was 6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had her since I was in so she lived like 15. But
Oh man, yeah, my cat's 15 right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, she was always an outside cat, so it's like we're kind of surprised.
That is to live that long. Yeah, that's big time.
Because like they're all, I believe that like the environment stuff, because like she's always outside and she's like killing the freaking squirrels, and I don't know. I mean, we always let her outside. We couldn't help it.
On average, outdoor cats only can live up to like 1/3 to maybe 1/2, whatever the size as an indoor cat.
I'm surprised after they kept her inside for 6 months that she went back out.
Yeah, she was like when we first got her, it was like a little weird because she was like a chill cat. Like she just didn't give a fuck. Like I remember one time she was missing because she got out, and we thought she was inside because my mom's like, make sure the cat was inside. My brother's like, yeah, okay. So we were like down the shore and we came back, and my mom's like at the Wawa and she sees the poster of the cat. She's like, what the hell?
Aww.
And she was just like staying at someone's house for like a few days, and she like it's like they don't care. Like they don't give a shit. It's like nothing to them. I don't know. Depends who it is. The cat. I mean,
it would turn me into a stalker waiting for that cat to come out and grab it. I got my cat back.
Yeah, she was like all chill, just in the house. Like she was just chilling with the dogs, like the person's house. Like she doesn't care.
Oh my god!
It was kind of funny though. But 3 times we kept missing.
And don't think I didn't catch the cat's name is Hershey.
Yeah.
Not Hershey's.
Yeah, Hershey. We named her after the Hershey bar, yeah. I mean, what
Hershey's?
I guess that's residue. I don't know.
Hershey's bar.
Yeah. Hershey.
Hershey's. I mean, I wouldn't call her. That sounds weird.
I remember
It's not
Hershey.
Hershey's.
It didn't have the apostrophe S.
Did not for me.
Morgan has 10 songs on this album.
Hershey's. Wait, so it has an S, now it's a comma S, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I always remember Hershey.
Apostrophes are popping up everywhere. Apostrophes and commas.
And the crazy part is the commercials sing Hershey is the great American chocolate bar.
It's crazy.
In the 80s.
I always heard it was like the worst American chocolate there is. But that's
you
like
ever look up
Australian
like, the
perspective.
old commercials like with like
it's not the
Jif
worst.
peanut butter and see like the comments of people
To you
talking?
guys.
No, I never looked at the comments. I've never seen it on.
No, it's like I always look up the commercials and see what people are saying, and they're always mentioning like I thought it was Jiffy. That's all they talk about.
Oh yeah. That's
So they're
been
not even
raised
aware.
as well.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do that for Jiffy, and there's another one. It's Berenstein. I think it's Berenstein.
What about Taxi?
It don't matter how old a commercial is. Be very beginning. It's crazy.
Wow.
Oh yeah, someone posted the other day like, oh look, Fruit Loops in whatever year, like one of the old boxes like from ages ago. And it's like that doesn't prove anything. Like to literally they posted it to prove something. I'm like, what?
So I remember. Yeah, it's like I remember somebody was telling me I'm confusing it with like Fruit Spins too. Like the
What is that?
It's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like it's like the ones the shit you see in Aldi's. Like if you go to Aldi's, like they have like those off-brand cereals. But I'm just, and I said to the person, I was like, regardless if I see that, I would still have to see it with the double O's when I'm at Target, Walmart, ShopRite. Like I would still see it regardless, so it doesn't explain anything. Like
no, it was FRUIT 100%.
It was like it changed back and forth before I even knew what was going on. I thought it was just a company change that they just changed it and then changed it back, and then it changed again.
I was misremembering.
Huh?
I thought I was misremembering.
Yeah.
Like when I thought like because I remembered FROOT when I was a kid, like it was Fruit Loops, and then when I saw it was FRUIT. Like all these years later, like in 2023, I was like, what the hell? Like I kept looking at all the boxes and I just couldn't believe that they would actually spell it correctly. Because that's not good marketing. So I was like, why the hell is it actually Fruit Loops? Like I was so confused. It didn't make any sense. I'm like, man, I guess I just misremembered, the 2 O's, but they had a mock-up in that universe. They actually had like Photoshop like 2 Fruit Loops on, like they made a picture or whatever. Yeah,
like that
and
was
so I was
the
like, well,
effect.
how would they know? Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I was
But guys,
like, I didn't.
uh,
For me, like,
go
I
ahead.
didn't know, like it, like once I like for me when I always knew it was like spelled correctly, and then I seen the double O's in like 2013, and I thought it was like a marketing change to be creative. To like that's all I thought it was, and like I didn't care enough to look it up because it's like I don't know. You see these things all the time. You don't care. It's like most people don't. And then it
Yeah.
changed back in 2017, spelled correctly, and I thought the company just changed it back. And then in 2020, it went back again to the double O's, and they're saying it's been that way the whole time. I'm like, no way. There's no way.
Guys, I don't have cigarettes. I do need to end the show. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I would stay, but I can't. I really can't. I gotta go to try to go to sleep.
All right.
All right.
I
But
gotta
thank you
sleep
guys.
sometime.
Yeah.
I can't believe no
we
one
are.
donated.
It's okay. People are broke. I understand. We are gonna play one of Morgan's songs too. That's another thing.
Okay.
The Splatter. I don't know. Pick one.
Oh, should I pick a new one or the one we've already heard, the studio one?
I would pick a new one. Just not one that's too long, please.
Is 3 minutes okay?
Yeah, 3 minutes is fine.
Okay, we'll try Ottawa Taxi. I was curious about this one.
Okay.
Okay,
And then we'll come in and say goodnight after the song, guys.
I haven't
Everyone,
heard a
please
clue of
mute
it.
for the song.
Okay,
This is
ready?
from Morgan Isabella Live 2.0.
Yeah. Play.
Wait, we leaving?
After the song, we're gonna say goodbye to everybody.
Oh, okay.
But he's not even presenting, so I can't play anything.
Was it not presented?
Nope.
Is he here?
Oh, shoot. I messed up. I'm sorry. Hang on. 1 second here. Sorry about that. It is
Okay.
late. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. Share. Now you can see
There
it
you
too,
go.
right?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll restart. You there ready?
Yep.
Okay. Here you go.
Sit and stare, and I won't care, 'cause I won't care, and I won't care. You can change your hair, and I won't care, 'cause I won't care, no, I won't care. You can say that's fair, and I won't care, no, I won't care, no, I won't. You can hug my bear, and I'll still care, yeah, I still care, no, I won't care. You can be my fair, you can be my fair, and I won't care, no, I won't care. You can stay down there, and I won't care, 'cause I won't care, no, I won't care. You can go up there, and I won't care, no, I won't care, no, I won't. You can change your hair and I won't care, no I won't care, no I won't care. You can stay down there and I won't care, no I won't care, no I won't care. You can go down there and I won't care, no I don't care. And I say, you can say that's fair, you can say that's fair, and I won't care, and I won't care. You can braid your hair, 'cause I won't care, 'cause I don't care, and I don't care. You can hug my bear, and I'll still care, yeah, I'll still care about you. You can sit down there, and I don't care, no, I won't care, no, I won't. You can sit and stare, and I won't care, no, I won't, no, I won't, yeah. You can be my bear, and I won't care, and I won't care, and I won't.
That was good. I like it.
That was interesting.
Hmm.
You hear me?
It was nice.
Yeah.
Is that Morgan as a baby?
Yeah.
Baby.
Oh,
Yep. Well, you hear me? Okay. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that was interesting. I had nothing to do about Taxi. I was expecting something totally different, but that was interesting.
Yeah.
Morgan just
So
don't
that's
care. He don't care.
yeah. So it's Morgan who sings the "Angels All Around Me."
Yeah, which is
song.
on here. Yeah.
Mhm. I think that's a different version though.
It's actually called. If you can you still see?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Well, anyway,
You're on the
especially
song. You have
yeah.
to click his name again.
Okay. Here we are. It's actually this one here in the Illabella studio is one we know.
They're the same length. I just noticed that. Oh, this is
You're-
under Isabella's studio.
Yeah. This is the one we know. See, you'll recognize it as it starts.
Yep.
Here.
Watching all the clocks run.
Yeah, see.
That was done in a studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one's just him and his microphone with the guitar.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So if you guys want to go look him up, it's under Morgan Tristram and Isabella's studio on Spotify. All right, guys. You guys want to say goodnight to the chat?
Or good morning. Or yeah.
Good morning. Oh, welcome back to Preliminal and Sanctuary Seeker.
Yeah.
I think that's all jump back in.
Have a good day,
I
everybody.
go to sleep when people wake up, and I wake up when people go to bed. That's pretty much my schedule right now.
Yeah.
That's my schedule too.
Yeah, mine too.
That is my
Start
schedule.
work soon, so.
I know it just gets in trouble. It makes me when I have to go like to the hospital and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the 23rd. That's could be difficult, but I'll make it.
For breakfast in a second. Lou's asking for breakfast, so. All right, guys, enjoy the new outro. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate it. All of you that joined and all of you that stuck around and just joined the chat, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we're supposed to end at midnight, Sandy. I'm kind of disappointed here.
I know. Me too. Me too.
All right, I'm headed to bed.
All right. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the new outro.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Sorry.
Oh, you cut me off. I want to say
I
good night,
fixed it.
everybody.
I stopped it.
There we go.
Good night, everyone.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Reality is not going to be very pleasant when all the good people leave.
Wasn't even close. How could you say otherwise? The lens.
I'm doing good. Now that I'm home and off work,